what ability is supposed to. Just because I'm trying to avoid killing them.
Listen. It's the GM. It's a kind
DM's
job to I know a lot of people who will only end up actually killing a PC if they become problematic. In the sense of
if you die in one of my games. I'm just going to do my best not to outright kill you. I'll usually have enemies. Unless the enemy has an intelligence of 16 or above, they're not going to go for the kill. Which is why all my big bad NPCs always have at least a 16 in their intelligence.
Except for that night. That night, this one.
That was an undead creature that had a high CR.
That wanted us all dead.
Undead just want to kill you. Just
straight up. It did not care. It was coming from all our throats.
Hey, you got a good blade out of it.
I did. I love my blade. In real life and in game. A bit more in game, but you know.
Oh yeah, no, in game you are cursed by it and are obsessed with it and will not let it go by any means necessary.
Exactly. So a bit more than I love it currently.
Cursed items are great.
Less than I like it in real life.
Okay, I got everything fucking 500 fucking tabs open, which is kind of slowly killing my bitrate, but it's fine. It's fine.
I'll let you know.
Welcome to being a DM.
Stream.
Yeah. Okay.
I've only ever DM'd in person, so I don't know how bad this would be. It doesn't sound good.
It'll be a lot easier once we've all got access to the VTT, because then you won't have to stream it as well. DM, what are your preferred pronouns?
Anything really. I don't care.
That sound. What about everyone else?
He, him.
She, they.
Mine's also she, they.
The other two people were dead. Oh my god, they got moided for D&D.
They died before the match even started. That is crazy. They drank too many beers at the bar and they died over drinking.
Okay, you know also how I told you, like I said on the server, that I bought 2 cans of Monster this morning? Well, I've already now drank 6.
Huh? 6 monsters?
No, because I can get myself a couple more tomorrow. I've got like a few quid left over.
To be fair, that's like just average Aria.
Yeah,
okay, please give me DM back, please.
Yeah.
Squirrel and I were still working on it.
God damn it.
Please give it back.
You have 5 minutes to figure it out, because then we're starting it.
Please give it back.
Please give it back.
Give them the key. They want a game.
Yes. Okay. Give me a second.
Ah, shit. What do I have to get rid of in order to have this order?
No. What?
And for those, just in case anybody doesn't, I mainly go by Vale.
Hey Swifty, how are you?
Don't really like she as much.
You have to be in the mood for that one.
Now. Yeah, I have to very much be in the mood for that one. And you can tell when I'm in the mood, full fucking dress and makeup shit.
Oh yeah, if you're in the mood, you go all out. If not, you don't.
Yeah.
That's why I swept my pants and shirts to the wave. That's all you need.
Yeah, those are literally my main go-tos. Or a suit for some reason.
Yes, I got it. I got it.
Casual. It's just
okay, cool. We got Coven.
Yes, I did.
Those are extremely masked days. You can always tell when I'm extremely masked or extremely femme, because I will dress in full formal.
Alright, there you go. And then Gil, do you have your character up or no?
Nope.
No? So, are we still gonna wait a little bit until you buy it?
No, I just got it. I just gotta put it in.
Oh, okay. And then, so Kelly, because you're done, I'll go ahead and put you back as a player. And, Gil, while we're on the topic, while you're getting that stuff straight, how do I change from tiles to feet?
Oh, okay. Alright, so you click on campaign and board settings, which is the second one under board.
Hang on. Campaign and board settings. Oh, distance.
Yeah, it's distance at the bottom.
Feet, and then feet as in what did you do for like tile size? Did you just leave it as
I
1?
just did 5
Wait, this is not my character.
because each tile is 5 feet.
Got it.
This is my Goliath build. Oh fuck.
Alright, back to what I was doing.
Wait, do I have numlock
Yeah.
on still? I fucking have numlock. I am professional. I swear to fucking God.
I don't even have numlock anymore because I just got a new keyboard.
I think you guys have the wrong character
We have
for the D&D Beyond one.
we have Dobby.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Because in the D&D campaign it shows that it's Ditton. As
Yeah.
the campaign.
Huh?
And never mind. I'm just gonna have this page up so I could.
Yeah, just have the right page up. Everything will be fine. It's fine. You're doing your roles in front of us anyway.
We got it.
Yeah.
We had
We vibing.
Yes.
I'm dancing on the bar. Here you go.
Alright, once when Gil gets his stuff straight, that is when we will begin.
get some money from it.
Yeah.
Once you get great. Sorry.
Spin me right round, baby, right round.
To be fair, this is actually as scuffed as a regular D&D campaign, so it's going great.
Are you actually
Well,
making
it's already off to a smoother start.
Oh, you can actually.
Hey, everybody here, this is up to an amazing start.
Oh.
Smooth start is the best. It's the worst start because it's boring. This one's more fun. I like this one better.
I can do knockdown. What does knockdown mean?
Knockdown, it just
It
just shows the
Yeah.
character going like
This-
prone. Yeah, there you go.
You're dead.
No, I'm
You're
shitting.
alive.
Of course,
Like your beans are dead.
of course, there's also other stuff that you could do as well, such as like you could do attacks, and what it will do is you could do stuff like this.
Damn. Yo, how you do that? Enable torch. I got a torch. Yo, more fucking. Yo, stats. Oh, that's not the thing I want to do. How do I do that?
Oh, you just do it like this, you know? You do this, and then you do this, and then...
I love how
But then
I know exactly
but we,
how-
but we also have to. The DM has to accept it. If not, then.
Ow. How the fuck?
Ooh. I made
You have
bad
to roll
decisions
for
with
this?
my life. Perfect.
The best way to
you
be.
right click on...
Nah, you
the
don't.
character
You don't have a
wanna
PC,
attack,
Swifty.
Okay.
and
No,
then
you
can
don't.
pick
That's a
attack,
lie.
And then you can choose what you want to do.
Yo, there you go. Okay, didn't work.
Yeah, no, because
Wait.
DM has to accept it.
Oh,
Look
sorry.
my
Sorry.
character
Stop. You beat her ass. God damn.
Yeah, Gil, you're supposed. Do you have your Hero Forge character bought?
Oh, actually, don't hit her. Don't hit her. You
Yeah, you are a GM, so you could go ahead and download it and put it in here.
Yeah, how do I do that again?
God damn it. Spacebar and then go to here. It should be like the library. You should have a little character thing, and then afterwards you should be able to. It should pop up in the library.
Well, funny enough, you
I
don't
see,
even
yeah.
you don't even need to be a DM actually.
Oh, really?
I'm
Yeah,
encouraging bad
look.
decisions. I'm sorry, babe, but I don't
Oh
regret
wait,
a
you
thing.
do. I just
God
downloaded
damn
some-
it.
You do have to put it in.
Wiggle with me. Let's fly.
Wiggle,
Oh my
gosh. You know, like...
I left the building.
Damn. What?
Yeet.
Imagine finding a way out.
Oh, I did it. Yeah. Damn.
Holy shit.
How you hit me from us? What?
Magic missile.
Yeah, you just see him random.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Oh, I can't get back inside.
Yeah, you can.
You suck.
Boys,
Called use the door.
how the fuck do you use doors in this game?
Just fucking trap.
Open
You just-
sesame.
You
There.
just go through the roof,
Oh.
yeah.
Babe, you have a redeem.
I did do the redeem.
Oh, no, I didn't get it.
Ha.
No, I didn't hear it.
Ha.
No, god damn it.
Ha.
I was told to freaking clip it. God damn it.
Yeah, there you go.
Failed.
I failed. It's okay. I just go back.
Alright, alright, we are running a little late on time. Gil, do you have stuff straight or no?
Nope.
What, alright,
Gil,
what,
want me to
I can
tell
see
you? 'Cause I
Kelly's
just-
character for some
No.
reason.
you can see,
I don't know why I see her character. Yeah?
Gil, did you copy your own code?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, and then you go to settings, and you
Yes.
see Hero Forge access key,
Yes.
and then you paste it right there.
I did that, yes.
Yeah, and then you click that. Did it say that you were connected?
Yes.
Okay, and then you go to your characters, and in Hero Forge it should show your characters right there.
Nope.
Okay, then try reopening the
Tailspire.
map. Yeah, not fully Tailspire, just
Oh,
the
okay,
map, and
yeah.
see if that works.
Goodbye.
follow darkness, my old friend.
Oh, why did you call it
Damn, I can only do.
IDK?
Damn.
Because I
that
don't
shit is
know, this
small.
was when this was before we even had the fucking thing made.
Okay.
So it's literally, I just used it because I was like, you know what, this would be cool to
Oh yeah,
use.
this is the Nova. God damn, I can nuke this whole tower.
Let's go. Oh, wait, what?
Poison
Not
spray.
there.
Okay,
Did you
I got it.
download? Gil, did
I
you
send the
buy it and
stuff to you now.
download it?
Yeah.
Well, then it should be there.
Wait, did you buy it? Did you buy it and download it through your code, or did you buy it and download it through Kelly's code?
Mine. My account.
Yeah, that should be there.
That's so weird.
That is weird.
Try re-downloading
You know
it.
what? I think you could start without me being there, I guess.
All right, hang on. I'll keep you. Hang on. Once we
Okay,
figure.
Gil, wait, Gil, send me your download code. Let me see if I can do something, or like send me your character sheet real quick or something.
My character sheet?
No, your Hero Forge character.
For now, I'll have Gil as a free hero fighter.
Let's go.
Oh shit, I might have killed him already. Okay, there we go.
Alright.
That sounds about right for you.
Oops, I dropped
I
it.
don't supervise for a second. Everybody's dead.
All right, for now, Gil, you're gonna be the fighter.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
NPC. Let me an NPC for now.
Let's go.
I shall drag everyone around the table and. Alrighty.
Holy, who's that? Gigantic tree person.
You will soon figure it out in due time.
All I will say is 10
I
feet.
want to stand next to Gil. There you go.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, the character doesn't do it justice. Those 10 feet tall.
Yeah,
It
they're.
really doesn't.
10
The character's
feet
actual
tall?
height scares me.
That's
I'm 10 feet tall.
crazy.
By every count
tall?
I've been through.
I'm a tree. I could have picked up to 14 and still had it, but I was like, I'll go easy.
Jesus Christ.
She could have just been a 14-foot tree. Just light it on fire.
I'm
Easy
I'm
accomplish.
considered a large creature, so I can go up to like 14, 15 feet if I want to.
Damn.
Technically, with DM discretion, I can go up to 25.
Oh my
Which,
god.
Yeah,
if we
no.
did 25, then you would have no like accessible area outside of like a couple villages.
outside of the forest, because I'm a tree.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
I am a tree. I speak for the Lorax, actually.
Also, Gil, your
this
audio
is
is leaking. Your audio is leaking, Gil.
No,
Gil, go
Yeah, it
ahead.
is.
no.
I fucking heard your fucking thing, green light, so you can't hide it.
You can't hide this.
You
Oh,
can't handle the truth.
My character is only
God.
5'8".
Hey, Sno00ze, I'm 2 of you high.
Hey, but I'm
Okay.
16. I'm still growing, okay?
Let me make.
You're still growing, just not very much.
I won't grow.
I'm still growing too.
I will only
Yeah.
grow by
You never
magical
stop
means.
going. You never stop going.
I'm a tree.
You'll grow forever.
Until I'm chopped down.
Oh wait. Oh shit. Hang on. I'm trying to remember my own
Damn.
fucking shit.
I'm
There we are.
I'm only 6 feet 7 inches, bro, and I'm still looking short compared to you. This is crazy. This is crazy.
6'7". Oh, did you have something stunt your growth? No,
Damn.
Okay, that's for that.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I decided to be ridiculous.
Let me do this, so that way everyone can see some of the funky shit that I'm doing, and then we shall finally fucking begin. Okay? Okay.
Oh, I could see it until just. Oh, there we go. We can see it again now.
Yes. Well, yeah, because I was changing. As you could see, the fucking 100.
Also, see whole desktop instead.
Now we see everything.
Now it's oh yeah, because it got fucked.
See your
I love how my background, like my backup characters' information stuff, is still in your tabs.
Oh no, I pulled that up in case if I needed to view some other shit. I figured it was easier
There are
to
some
do.
really good ones.
I was gonna say I figured I might as well have
So
this.
easy to go through all the
I'm
books.
using 5e tools. Finally.
No, I'm still gonna go with my hardcore copies
God
once when I
damn
act.
I prefer using the hard copies when as I've got them, but 5e tools just makes everything a little bit easier. There's also a inbuilt DM screen you can do on there where you can keep up all the monsters you're currently using.
Yeah, but I'm
I
not.
lost my books.
Well, that's why you have me, babe. All right. Welcome everyone.
My spider just crashed.
God fucking damn it.
I love that. Welcome everyone. It crashed online D&D.
You know what? You fixed that, Gil.
Keep going. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking do this whether you like it or not, so get your shit fixed before we get to you. Welcome! Welcome, everyone! How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Dead.
Doing great. I'm still recovering from the drinks last night. I'm just groggy as shit.
On my 7th monster of the day.
Great to hear. Welcome to the Curse of All Vale Session 0. And right now what I have pulled up is the actual world map of All Vale, in which we shall be getting our story in the area of Egra. Egra is going to be most of where the mainland is. It's the quote-unquote mainland of All Vale. And as you can see, there's a couple of small villages around. You can see 2 cities there. For some of y'all, I have already given maps to as far as where your starting location is, or I will be giving that out as soon as we get to you. All right, so
Burping.
where are we? God fucking damn it. So let me roll. I want everyone right now to roll a d20.
Oh shit.
Okay.
15.
15?
Does it have to be in
I got
game
5.
or like?
Begin.
I don't have those. I don't have dice. I'm only in game. I'm sorry.
It could be anything that you want to, both in game or not. I just want
I rolled
rolls.
a 9.
I got a 5.
So
Damn, I'm already starting out with these low
5,
numbers. I'm
okay.
getting beat up.
I'm here just as backup, and like as a backup, just extra capable hand in the party, someone who knows what they're doing in the game. And so
His
far,
name is
it proves.
Free Hero Fighter. Didn't give us an actual name, just referred to as Free Hero Fighter.
Yes.
All right.
Amazing.
JC, what'd you
I
roll?
know how much a good night is.
12.
12, and then Gil, what'd you roll?
16.
Oh fuck, Gil, you're up first.
Oh, what the fuck?
Haha.
It could have done with them low rolls.
Jesus Christ.
Alrighty. So we will actually be beginning our tale at Hearthaven City. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Now, Hearthaven City is a more militaristic as well as very commercial city. If you look at the stream or if you look at the live on Discord, I have the map of Hearthaven up, in which eventually I will be passing out to everyone, so that way everyone has their own copy of it.
Let's go.
In the back of the city, you have the housing district. That's where a good majority of your houses are. It's split up amongst mostly very rich and noble wealth people, as well as more of like your upper middle class, not so much like your lower middle class or anything like that. Of course, there still exist a couple, but not a lot. Maybe 1 or 2 streets at most. In the top right area, we do have the stables, in which that's pretty self-explanatory. And we also have the heart of Hearthaven, the Heart Market. Heart Market is going to be mostly all of your marketplaces, kind of like if you ever been to like a farmer's market, where like everyone has like a bunch of like mini stalls. That's where like a lot of food and a lot of important goods come from. And you also have the business district as well, which is more of your brick and mortar places, such as like your office buildings and things of that nature, but more so just a lot of brick and mortar buildings. And of course, you have the training yard, which is actually right at the gate of Lonus Road, which we will get to that here in a moment. And then we have a small little place right beside the Castle of Leoval, called Warder's Green, in which if we go in a little bit, in which if this would actually like to, please.
Control scroll.
There we go. We have Warder's Green. Warder's Green is a park-like area, very clean, very green, and near Warder's Green is a community line amount of buildings to the north. And to the north of that, what that community of buildings is going to be a hospital. And the hospital's name is going to be Hearthaven General Hospital, or the double HGH. And not directly inside of the hospital itself, but more so in Warder's Green, we see a doctor and their patients walking around Warder's Green. And here we introduce Gil's character. Gil, please describe your character and what are they doing here?
Okay, so he's a half-elven man with dark skin, which is somewhat unusual for half-elves, but he's got this these long dreads that come down to about his back, and like some of them have like grayed out. He's got this mustache and beard, kind of like goatee combination going on. He's got a few scars on his face. You know, he's been through a lot of battles. And at the moment, he's pretty beat up. Like he's still not good on his feet yet. Like stumbling a little bit. Yeah, he's had a rough time.
And with you, the doctor's name you already know. She is a very petite human, standing around 5'6". Her name is going to be Dr. Leoval. And Dr. Leoval, not to be confused with the Leoval Castle, no relations whatsoever. That's just her birthright last name, given to her parents. She is there with a clipboard, and she is just discussing some stuff with you in terms of your physicality, as well as your physical therapy. And
Okay.
along this road, she obviously, whenever you talk to her and things like that, she will jot some things down onto her clipboard just to make sure everything's right. And occasionally, y'all will stop so that way she could at least check pulses and things like that. And she has continued to ask you multiple times about what exactly happened to you. And here is where our story will start.
Okay. Well, I think I would want to like keep it vague to her about what actually happened. But I'll tell her about like how I was on a mission with some of my friends, and then that something happened. This is what I'll say to her: something happened, and I couldn't. I couldn't find my friends, and then I ended up getting lost, getting separated from my group. Yeah, that's all I'll tell her because I don't want to like go too much into it with her. Do I know her? How long have I known her for?
You have known her right now for approximately 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no, I wouldn't get into it with her.
I want you to roll for persuasion and see just how persuasive that you are with that statement.
Okay. Oh no. It's a +4. So that's a 15. 15 flat.
As you tell Dr. Leoval this, she looks down at her clipboard and kind of jots a couple things down. She nods her head a little bit. And
Okay.
she replies, how many was in your party? I know you mentioned friends. How many are there?
Uh, in total, there were 4 of us.
4 of y'all? Okay. And you were the only one to make it out? Where exactly did this happen?
Just on the outskirts of uh of Wolfland Forest.
Well, my, we've been having a lot of interesting things happen around Wolfland Forest, I will say. Mostly with a lot of caravans not being able to be around here because we desperately need the medical supplies. Haven't seen a caravan in God knows how long.
Okay.
You don't happen to be a caravaner now, would you?
No,
No?
I'm not.
Then what exactly were you and your friends doing out there?
Well, you see, I'm a knight for a religious order of sorts, and we were sent on a mission.
Okay. And what was this mission?
I'm afraid I cannot say.
Fair. Okay. And then she continues writing a couple more things down on her clipboard. She goes and over kind of puts her hand onto your chest and also your neck to calculate pulses, and jots those down as y'all continue to walk. When you get to the edge of Forger's Green, let me pull it up again. Once we get to the edge of Warder's Green, approximately near the Layoval Castle, you see the kind of like a pond area that somewhat connects to Layoval Castle. And there lies a few stumps and a couple benches and things like that. You hear bards playing soft instruments such as lutes and lyres, hearing this beautiful music. You also hear birds chirping and also a couple ducks and geese roaming the pond freely. Y'all end up sitting. She ends up sitting down ends up sitting down on one of the benches and beckons you to sit with her.
Okay. I think I'll like kind of uncomfortably stumble towards her and then sit down.
After a bit, she doesn't necessarily say anything. She mostly just kind of looks at the pond, looking at everything. After a little bit, she ends up finally saying something, and ends up saying, "I wish I was as free as those birds."
I'll kind of just nod in agreement, not really say anything either.
After noticing this, approximately 15-20 minutes go by as she gently gets up and says, "Okay, break time is over. Time to go back to the hospital and get you all sorted out."
Right. Let's go then.
Yeah. And she then proceeds with you, following behind or beside, back to the hospital. Once when you are back at the hospital with her, she ends up signing out resignation forms and handing you them, saying, "Unfortunately, today was our last day together. It was great talking to you and also spending time with you, getting to know you a little bit better. I do hope that you find your friends, if they're even alive. And I want you to be careful as well, because I'd rather not see you back here again."
Thank you for your sincerity.
Of course. As she walks away, doing whatever she needs to do, going to different rooms and checking on other patients in the hospital.
Yeah. What's my condition now? Like,
Your condition? I
Yeah.
want you to roll for.
oh fuck.
Let's see here. Where are you? You are here.
Yes.
I want you to roll for strength.
Strength. Okay.
Actually, hang on. No, hang on. I'm dumb. Medicine.
I was
Medicine.
going to say it'd probably be either medicine or con.
Yeah.
Oh. 20. What's my con? I mean medicine.
Plus one.
21.
Yep,
Yeah,
21.
21.
With this, you are feeling so much better than the day of the attack. However, you still have some bruising, some marks, and things like that. But mostly, you still have a small limp. But other than that, you are, I would say, about 80% of the way from full recovery.
Sweet. Okay, that's great. I think I'd probably stay around the garden area for a little while and kind of just, you know, meditate for a little bit
Okay.
in the park, you know.
Okay. You head over to Warder's Green. You kind of sit in a very somewhat shaded area underneath of a tree.
Yeah.
And
Like kind of like off to the side, somewhat hidden.
yeah,
Doesn't have to be too extreme, but yeah, something like that.
yeah. But like in a nice quiet little area with underneath a shaded tree where you meditate and you sit alone with your thoughts for quite a bit. You're with even that you could still hear the soft chirps of birds, some kids playing in the background, fresh scents that you never really smelled before. Smell of roses, as well as the sight and vibrant colors of sunflowers and fresh cut grass. And with that,
Nice.
we are on our way to actually, we are heading over to the forest now.
To the Wolfland Forest itself.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
And not exactly inside of it, but more so the edge of it. We are going to be near Hearthaven on the side of Wolfland Forest. So approximately right along the edge right here where the intersecting roads are. And distant people don't necessarily notice the sights of Aria. Explain your character.
So emerging to the forest, like from the forest slightly, is about 5'8", a humanoid figure made completely of metal and scrap bits of leather, it seems. Wielding what looks to be a self-made, like, again, seemingly made out of scraps, crossbow, and a couple of daggers on their side. Jet black for most of the metal that they've managed to find to fix themselves up with. Random bits of silver and bronze and just whatever bits they could find in the forest. Yeah, they just sort of exist there, and yeah, they finally make their way out. Giant, not giant, but sort of metal stud-like spikes in a mohawk sort of shape down the center of their head, and quite a lithe build. So for someone made of metal, they seem pretty quick on their feet.
That's such a sick mini, too.
Thank you. I love using hero voice.
So sick.
Thank you. I only spent about 15 minutes creating it because I really know how to use this app.
Alrighty. Now, what is Sentry gonna do?
So, Sentry is currently it's just come out of the forest. Is currently gonna take a look around and see if there's any signs of where civilization might be.
You don't even have to roll for this. As soon as you emerge out of Wolfland Forest, you see a intersection of roads. And straight ahead of these intersecting roads lies a bustling city. People you could see quite off to the distance, even despite the fact that it's quite a ways away. With no trees or obscurities lying in the way, you still see people entering and leaving Hearthaven City that is directly ahead of you.
Okay, they're going to pull up a cloak that they would have found on one of the variety of dead bodies throughout the forest. They're just going to pull up a cloak. It's very tattered, very old, sort of deep brown, sort of stains and bits of mold growing on it from where it's just been left. Pulls it over their head, trying to obscure as much of their face as possible. But it's kind of hard with the sort of two red lights that seem to be coming from where the eyes would be, and it's going to they'll make their way into Hearthaven, I suppose.
All right, now the question is, do you take the upper road or do you take the lower road? Upper road? All right. And
yeah,
with
I rolled a d20 and set them, and I rolled for upper.
Okay, so with the upper road, you make your way along the gray road. And as you enter the city of Hearthaven, you hear hundreds, if not thousands of voices coming from your right side. A lot of food merchants coming in and trying to haggle people for pricings in terms of their fresh baked goods, as well as their fresh produce that came from the south. Not so much so on the left side, where it's mostly a lot of, like I said, brick and mortar buildings, in which you still see quite a few people walking along those the streets, but it's not so much louder than it is over at the Heart Market.
How different is this place from what's the name of it now? From where I'm from.
From where you're from?
Yeah, how different is this place?
Very different.
Okay, they'd sort of walk and then they'd be like giving everything a curious once over, looking for anything they can, and they're going to mainly be trying to find some sort of smithy to work out some of the dents that they picked up whilst they've been through the forest. The mending spell that they've got, not quite getting it all out yet.
Okay. As you're going through the streets and bustling area of Hardhaven, you manage to come across just a couple smithies, not too extravagant. They're mostly kind of shoved into corners where they were able to find space at, with a heated forge outside, and a couple of them just working on other stuff.
Sounds perfect. This is the sort of thing they'd look for. Just something out the way, away from prying eyes, and just someone that they can quickly go ask to get fixed up.
One of them contains two brothers, in which they are both arguing over the straightness and sharpness of a sword, and another one that you find is just a single person working on stuff. He's mostly like an elderly man. He's just sitting there, nothing really to do. But he's kind of just sitting there sharpening the tips of arrows.
I'll walk up and out of what seems to be some sort of grate where the mouth would be, he'll hear, "Excuse me, sir. I need a bit of help."
He kind of looks up, especially when you said that you needed help. He quickly puts the arrows away and just kind of like somewhat in a strained voice. "Oh, what can I do for you?"
Well, I've just been travelling through the forest not too far by and picked up a few dents and scrapes that I could do with a bit of help working out if you can.
"Oh, well, come here. Let me see what I can do for you."
I walk up and I take the cloak off to reveal the fact that I am a construct.
What? He is remains.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
He is utterly speechless as he kind of holds himself onto the table as he tries to remain conscious at the fact that a sentient automaton has just walked into his shop. And with
you're right there. You look a bit pale, mate.
What in great heavens are you?
A thing of metal. You look like you can work with it. Could you help? And we'll gesture to like a few dents. Could you help me get them out, please?
I swear, when my mama passed away, Jesus. All right, boy, just sit down, and let me. Oh, I need water.
I do so. I take a seat nearly there. Not the heaviest, so the chair wouldn't break underneath them. I don't think they weigh probably the same amount as someone else about their height would.
He goes inside quickly, and he comes out with a glass of water that is half consumed, as well as a wet rag that he's been damping himself with, trying to remain conscious in all of this. Then he goes over to his workbench table, and as his hands are like shakily getting a hammer and like a couple of tools to work on you, he sits right beside you, and he's like, "All right, let me see the hands or where the dents are."
Points to just like a couple of dents that are like would be on like where the chest plate should be, like where you would imagine sort of either abs or something, but it's just too smooth. It's just not smooth, but just dented chest, basically.
Let me see. I can see what I can do, but I make no guarantees. As he
Just try not to break me, and we should be all right.
Jesus. All right. He kind of fiddles around with the chest plate a little bit, kind of seeing if he could pop it open a little bit just so he could actually work the metal. Do you let him?
I allow it because obviously you can't remove bits of me without my will. I do sort of, whilst he's going around, I sort of show him where a couple of like the connection points that I've made to other bits of scrap are, and it just easily pops off, revealing like the skeletal sort of working underneath.
That's when he starts getting to work, bending out the metal and working it to where he's actually able to not quite fix the dents, but make the dents just a little bit smaller.
Yeah, smooth it out a little bit more, just so it's not as obvious through a piece of clothing or anything.
Yeah. After he's done, it takes him roughly like an hour, 2 hours at most to finally finish everything. Afterwards, once when he's finished, he finishes the remaining of his water, and he turns around to you and simply asks you this. Now, where'd you come from? I ain't never seen you before. Oh, well, nevertheless, whatever you are.
I'm from Gracebell, from the academy there. Don't know why, but I was there and now I'm here. Yeah. We'll sort of fumble into their pocket and pull out a gold piece. Thank you.
Oh, please, no need. Them gray spell fools always making a mess of shit. You keep that, and if you ever need any fixing, come to good old Vector.
Excellent. So, how are you spelling that name just out of character so I can jot it down?
Vector as in Vector.
Awesome. Pleasure, Vector. The name's Sentry.
Ooh, you.
Sentry designation 4.20.
Damn.
I ain't gonna remember that. I'll just call you Sentry.
That works. That's what most people call me. And yes, it is Sentry 420 technically. If you want to read it that way.
Well, if you ever need a place to stay, I do know a little place that could help you out. In which, if you talk to the bartender there, they already know me by name. Go over to the Speakeasy Tavern and they'll get you all hooked up. Tell them good old Vector sent you.
Can I roll insight, see if he genuinely does know these people, and if it looks like it would help?
Go ahead and roll for it. Roll for perception.
Nat 20 for a 23.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yes,
This one's going. Let's go.
Yes, you can tell that he has been there quite a few times, and he has definitely made an impression onto the people that are there. Good or bad, you can't necessarily tell, but
Can't
you
quite tell, but definitely been there. Definitely.
yeah.
So yeah, in that case, then I suppose I'd thank him again, shake his hand, and make my way to the speakeasy.
Alrighty, you make your way to Speakeasy Tavern, in which actually, if you want to know what Speakeasy Tavern looks like, or the Speakeasy Bar as people call it, well, good news. You're already in it.
Awesome. Well, I'm there now. I'll go find a spot in the corner out the way of people, hood up, and start pulling out like some pieces of paper that are like scrap notes where they're sort of just like working on some new designs for possible things for in the future.
Alright, you go and find a table into the corner where not a lot of people are. As most of the people that are currently there are going to roughly be at the actual bar raising drinks and actually just kind of chilling at the bar itself. And with that, we actually make our way back to Wolfland Forest.
Sorry, I know we originally agreed Night Vale, but they go towards where people were just to figure stuff out. I've done some thinking of the character and how I'm going to play them, so
It's fine. And in Wolfland Forest, not necessarily deep inside of it, but also not too shallow in. I would say approximately a quarter mile in. There, the trees start shaking and shimmering a little bit as some of the leaves gently fall. And with that, a little bit of crunching noises from sticks and the leaves underneath of their feet. JC, introduce us your character.
Okay. I'm a creature made out of wood, moss, bits of stone. I stand at about 10 feet tall. I hold a staff that's about 6 feet tall. It's also a walking stick, so. It has flower, it's budding on both sides. Wear a cape made of malleable wood. It was a and the face, my face is always has the exact same expression, never changes.
That's creepy.
it's badass.
Alrighty, and JC, what is your character doing?
Well, I've decided that I'm not going to be able to learn anything else from talking to the animals. So I should head and find people.
You make your way out of Wolfland Forest. Not once again, but there you see the crossroads of two roads. And straight ahead of you, a city filled with life, entering and leaving the city. Do you go there?
Do I see any kind of greenery like directly outside of the city?
A little bit, but not a hell of a lot. Most of the life there, a good majority of the trees have been cut down, especially to the side that you're facing on. If you go a little bit and look a little bit to the right, you'll see quite a bit of forest, but not a lot of forest. And if you even look a bit more to the right, you'll start to see the death and decay of a lot of trees. To the left of it, kind of similar to behind of Hearthaven City, there are quite a bit of woods there. And if you look directly to your left, you see a mountain range that is right there.
Well, heading to the forest doesn't do me any good. Heading to the mountains doesn't do me any good. So that leaves me with heading to the city full of chopped down trees. So I begrudgingly head there.
You make your way to Hearthaven City, and question: do you take the top or the bottom road?
I guess I take the bottom. I
Bottom?
did the same thing of rolling a 20.
You got it.
Question, I want to know, did you order them the same way as me? Less than a 10 was the bottom road.
Of course I did.
Hell yeah, so we did it the exact same way.
You got it. Alrighty. You make your way upon Lunas Road. And with there, you enter and you see soldiers training to your left. Mostly not in the arcane or any kind of magic, mostly sword, shield, and bow and arrow play. And to the right and straight ahead of you as well, you see basically a bunch of brick and mortar businesses.
The people who are training, are there any? Do they have any animals with them? Like, are they
I want
like
you to
any companion type things?
roll for perception, and I shall be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you roll a 1?
No,
Oh.
I rolled. I don't know. I got an 11,
Nice.
so it's better than a 1. But
Why is Dobby the closest to the pig?
what?
Look at him. He's hogging the whole pig to himself.
Oh, I got you.
There we go.
Hey, yo, bro, that was a mighty fun. I was hungry. Y'all went over here. I'm like, yo, let me get a piece myself before y'all start taking, you know?
No.
Yeah. You see that pig, bro?
Yeah.
You see them thighs, bro? God damn.
All right,
God damn.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, what a thing to come back to.
I didn't even pay attention to it. All right,
That's
don't worry, the VOD will be there.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alex was getting a little spicy with that piggy.
Whoa. I'm just
Whoa,
taking a
wait.
piece of that
Hang
pig's
on.
You see that piggy there? God damn.
Yeah, it's Miss Piggy.
Yeah, well, Miss Piggy about getting eaten.
Jesus fuck. Okay. What'd you roll, JC? An 11. You can very faintly you can hear dogs, but none that are going to be around the training yard. Maybe a few houses back, but not necessarily in the training yard itself.
Gotcha. Well then, is like are they hitting like dummies, whatnot?
A couple of them are hitting actual training dummies with actual steel swords, whereas most of them are typically like basically sparring with wood swords. You'll also see about 3 to 4 archers training with bows and arrows and shooting haystacks with targets onto them.
Go over if there's an available training dummy.
Yeah, there are a couple training.
I want to go over and try to mimic what the people are doing with the swords, but with my staff.
Let me see. What exactly would I roll for that?
Either attack roll or performance.
Yeah. Roll for
probably. I was gonna say probably performance because they're trying to emulate.
Yeah, roll for performance.
I want to see you get a 1 so she busted your ass while waving her stick.
12 plus 3 for 15.
15? Oh yeah, you definitely mimic their abilities. Not to a perfect T.
Right, I'm not skilled with any by any means,
but you do mimic the basic movements of what they are doing. And you do occasionally hit with your staff if you're using that as a sword. The actual hits of the dummy. And you see it move and shake a little bit as if it was basically the repercussions of you hitting it.
I would then like to go over to where the archers are. I don't have a bow, but again, I just want to mimic the action of like as if I was drawing the arrow and loosing.
Roll for performance once more.
19 plus 3 for 22.
Oh yeah, you mimic them almost perfectly. Minus the fact that you don't have a bowstring or anything like that.
Have an arrow.
You take your staff and you do with one hand, and then the other hand you kind of pull where you assume an actual bowstring would be. In which to help you with that, you use a tiny bit of magic that goes from both ends of the staff and kind of intertwine itself to where it actually will draw. And
there are thorny vines on it that I can kind of control a little bit.
Perfect. The vines kind of intertwine and knot up to basically emulate that of an actual bow. And you kind of pull, but not too hard because or else you'll risk breaking your staff.
It's not an actual bow.
And so you kind of pull on it a little bit, and it's kind of like, you know, those times where you would take like a rubber band and you would have it in between like your index finger and your thumb, and you kind of pluck it. That's basically what you're doing. And and even every time that you
an important question with the really high roll. Does one of the thorns come off?
no.
Oh, that would be amazing with a 22. I shoot them.
Yes, a nat 20 would have gone that, but unfortunately no.
Nice guy.
But every time that you do release the vine, you do kind of hear a faint kind of pew sound come from it. In which that sound, when you look above you, you see a bird flying over you that gently just kind of rests on your shoulder, and just kind of every time that you do it, just goes pew.
All right, that's perfect. Actually, this worked out absolutely perfectly. So I'm gonna ask the bird if there's anywhere that I should go, and basically just to point me in the direction.
Oh.
It can't talk to me, but it can understand me.
What exactly are you trying to look for?
I'm telling it that I don't know anything about cities. Where's a place with a bunch of people?
As you talk to the bird, the bird.
I just walked up to a trading ground.
The bird
getting dummies. Anyway.
The bird kind of for a second kind of contemplates a little bit, kind of walks up closer to you, and then kind of just takes its head and bonks you a little bit on your head before flying off and chirping at you to essentially follow it as it flies north.
I follow.
You follow it to Warder's Green, in this area, lots of trees, not at all many wildlife. You do hear birds and ducks and geese quacking, honking, and chirping, not in that specific order, around Warder's Green. And you also, if you could smell, I'm not sure if you can or not, you have the scent of fresh cut grass, the beautiful array of colors from roses, sunflowers, tulips, of all different varying colors as well. You also see and hear kids playing in the background, as well as a couple other people just kind of resting into the grass area, just kind of having picnics there. Around this time is approximately lunchtime. So there are quite a few people out there with their picnic baskets, a couple of them having romantic dates, with a bottle of wine. And you also see a couple people underneath of trees kind of enjoying the shade or having time to themselves, meditating.
All right, then yet again, I'm going to go over, sit on the ground, and mimic some people who are eating. Obviously, I don't eat food, but I'm just gonna mimic their actions.
Roll another performance.
People are starting to understand what kind of character I am pretty quick on this thing.
I see, yeah.
15 plus
This
3
is going to be
18.
great.
With this,
15 plus 3 for 18, yeah.
you kind of look over at a couple people. You kind of skim around the entire area, and you kind of you put your staff down, and then you kind of go over to this invisible imaginary picnic basket, and you start kind of like pulling stuff out as well, kind of, and basically just imagining that you're eating.
Mm-hmm.
Then the bird that guided you here kind of walks, or kind of tuts in front of you, and with its head tilted sideways, is just kind of curious as to what the hell you're doing.
So I tell the little bird, thank you for bringing me here. Well, I'm trying to figure out what these people are doing and why. I may have to actually get some of whatever they're putting in their mouth to find out.
The bird kind of takes this. Actually, hang on. Okay, the bird takes this as if you want food and proceeds to fly to other people's picnic baskets and things like that, kind of acting like it's a big bird and squawking at the people, and essentially ends up happening is one of the kids that was eating like a ham sandwich gets scared of this bird and runs away, dropping their sandwich. And the bird attempts to kind of like pick it up a little bit, but brings you bit by bit, slice by slice, a very incomplete and dirty ham sandwich.
It's perfect. Thank you. It was interesting to see how that child reacted. Why was he so afraid of you? I'll have to think of this.
The bird proudly just nods its head at you as it then proceeds to kind of flies on top of your head and just kind of chills there.
Yep, that's fine by me. Not the first time I've had a bird rest on me. So yeah, I'm gonna eat that sandwich, or I'm gonna repeat the process that they did. The issue is I don't have a mouth.
Just imagine her just shoving it in her face and you're like flat.
You know what?
It just starts like falling down her chin onto the floor, and the bird she was with just starts nibbling on it for her.
JC.
We are two very different types of sentient thing.
Okay, listen. See, I technically have a mouth. It just doesn't actually mouth.
It doesn't actually swallow.
JC,
chew or add anything.
roll.
I just have a grill that works as a speaker.
JC, I'm giving you this. Roll for performance with advantage.
With advantage.
I'm glad I have advantage. Oh no!
You need advantage to eat a sandwich?
Oh no, why are you laughing? Go on.
What is my modifier?
I think you've been saying a +3.
That's for performance. Oh, right, my bad. So the first one, the throwaway roll was a 3. Luckily, I got rid of that. So I got a 4 + 3 for a 7.
You attempt to put the sandwich back together to where you initially saw it, in which you started off right with bread, but then you ended up putting cheese, then bread, then ham. And then
that sounds bad for a sandwich. I eat it just like that, I ain't gonna lie.
And then you try to proceed to eat it, but then you realize that your mouth does not mouth correctly. And instead of putting it where your mouth should be, you kind of hit it with your forehead and you almost hit the bird. And as a result of this, the bird kind of hops off, shakes his head no, and proceeds to fly on over. And you see where this bird flies. And this bird kind of flies in front of a somewhat armored person meditating underneath a tree. And the bird, Gil, starts to chirp at you.
Okay.
Is this when you were meditating? That's amazing.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Well, I think how long would I have been meditating for? Like an hour?
You have been meditating for 2 hours.
2 hours? Jesus Christ, holy.
Yeah, that makes me hard. My man should be awakened after that.
meditating in a park. You lose track of time so quickly when meditating in a park.
Wait, you know?
Yeah, I'm Wiccan.
He's
I do
talking
that a
about
lot.
experience.
Oh, okay.
I'm Wiccan. I am genuinely talking from experience there. It's so easy to lose track of time when you're meditating in a park.
Damn, okay, 2 hours. All right, cool. I guess he'd kind of like open his eyes, look around, gather his surroundings, see what's changed.
You see in front of you directly without even needing a roll for anything. You see a bird kind of just chirp at you and kind of peck at your feet a little bit, and then kind of just grab your like a piece of clothing that is made of cloth and kind of like pull towards something, or trying to get you to follow it.
Oh, jeez. Okay, this is very interesting. All right. I guess I'll begin to like pack my things together. Put my stuff together. Tuck a little book away into my pocket, and kind of follow the bird, I guess.
You follow this bird to what appears to be a 10-foot tall stick attempting to eat a ham sandwich in the middle of the park. And the bird kind of sits on top of the stick's head, looks at you, just please God help me eyes, as it kind of rests on top of their head.
Can I tell that this stick looks somewhat humanoid?
Roll for perception.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
You eating a messed up sandwich. That shit not a sandwich.
12 plus my perception.
-2. No,
That's plus 3, so 15.
They are somewhat humanoid. They are bipedal, as
Mhm.
to all humans, mostly. And
most of them.
What kind of humans have you seen?
BTs.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh my god, that's most of them.
But they're just kind of sitting, they're kind of awkward, fairly awkward in the way that they sit, in which they're kind of almost crisscross applesauce, but not entirely. They've been kind of shifting around a little bit, and they are just kind of attempting to mimic what they are seeing.
Okay. Do they make facial expressions? Like, is the face just...
Alright. Would I have
Still
noticed
face?
this person walking up to me?
I don't know.
Did he just die?
Yeah, JC.
That's what I was
Hello?
wondering. Right.
Yes.
JC.
Yeah.
The fucking crash. JC, you've been cutting in it. You've been cutting in and out, or it's just like you're trying to figure out what you're trying to say.
I don't know.
Oh,
They were trying to find out if they noticed Gil's character walking towards them.
Roll a perception.
He's so busy eating that sandwich, he ain't worried about anything else right now.
Trying to eat the sandwich.
He's just smothering herself with that sandwich.
I got 1 + 4.
Wait, what was it?
I got a crit fail.
No,
One
you did.
plus
You did.
4 or
You
5,
did.
I know. 1 + 4.
You didn't even notice the bird leaving your head because you were so fixated with you attempting to eat the sandwich. You've been basically like ever since the first fail, you've been attempting to re-put the sandwich back together by trying multiple things such as bread, cheese, ham, or ham, bread, cheese, bread, and all assortments of combinations. You don't even notice anyone like whispering about like who the hell is that? What are they? Like you don't notice anyone. You are so affixated with trying to figure out how this works.
No, that sounds so accurate though.
I would go up and like wave my hand in front of the face to see if there's like anything there, you know?
uh, you notice that they are still moving, but they don't take account of you at all. They just see sandwich. That is it. They are just hyper focused on this sandwich.
He would speak up and say, "By the gods, what are you?"
JC, what do you say?
Oh. Sorry. I have not spoken anything but Sylvan in quite a while, so I'd start trying to speak that.
You
saying I'm a dryad.
I want you to roll once again for performance to see if you could somewhat mimic common.
I'm pretty sure I'd start off with Sylvan out of instinct.
Wait, I think I speak Sylvan.
Should make it really helpful because that's gonna be my first go-to, I guarantee you.
Wait, does Gildas Sylvan? Hang on, let's see.
I don't know. I'm half elf, so I think I know Sylvan.
No. Common, Elvish, and Infernal.
Oh, damn. Never mind.
So I will add a little note to the DM. Sylvan has similar dialects and patterns to Elvish.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it'd be like, when you see someone trying speaking broken English, they'd hear broken Elvish technically, even though it's Sylvan, and it'd be like sometimes it'd be like the wrong word for context.
Got it. Alrighty.
I dry tree.
Wait, what do you say?
I don't know if that's what you'd get.
Pretty accurate, probably.
Yeah, I dry tree. Like loosely, if that's what you'd be able to get out of it.
So you JC, what do you actually say instead of I dryad tree?
I'm a dryad.
I think that's what she needs.
Alright, and then Gil, you see this
I dry tree.
you hear it say I walking tree.
Okay, alright, yeah, that makes sense. I'll look over at it like trying to eat a sandwich.
This will go the other way around as well. If he speaks Elvish in return, that they get broken sentences back in Sylvan. It works the same both ways.
Oh my god, okay, so...
I'm gonna think you're dumb, you're gonna think I'm dumb.
Yeah,
It's gonna be amazing.
in the Elvish, because I picked up on a little bit, I'm gonna respond saying, why don't we get you something better to eat?
What you hear, Jason,
Oh no.
what you hear is, God, I don't even know. But you do pick up on the words, get better eat.
Oh no.
That's all you
I
need.
guess I'm just
Mocking
gonna.
them.
I think I'm just gonna look at the sandwich, look at it, and go and ask if it's sustenance.
You, Gil, you
Because I
can,
don't know that about this. Like, I literally don't know the point of this sandwich.
Gil, you look and hear this dryad just say, sustenance. And you pick up that they're trying to say sustenance.
Okay. I'll be like, yes, food. Let's go. And I begin walking.
If I pick up on the yes in any way, shape, or form, I'm just gonna throw it to the side
You-
and just say, no need.
You don't necessarily, you do pick up on yes, but all the other words just kind of sound a little foreign to you.
Yeah, with yes, that it's meant to be sustenance. I don't need that. Basically, just kind of drop it to the side of me. I don't need that.
Okay.
Yeah. You just see the dryad just finally just stop fixating on the sandwich and just, do you drop it or do you want to throw it?
I just drop it.
You drop it to your side and you see the dryad kind of look at you, just say, no need.
Okay. Yeah. Now I'll be
Oh
like,
yeah, if you're walking away, I'm probably just gonna follow you because you talked to me. So.
okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna continue walking in the direction of the nearest cheapest tavern that I know of.
Around here, you only seen like a couple taverns, but you have heard one in particular that is relatively quiet, Gil, which is the Speakeasy Tavern. And
Do they sell food?
Shock and horror.
That is crazy.
Sorry,
What?
It's a crazy coincidence. Sorry.
Wow.
And y'all, Gil, you head over to the Speakeasy Tavern with a 10-foot tall dryad lumbering behind, with a little bird still attached to their head.
At this point,
Oh yeah, that's gonna like scare me because I would have seen you sitting down at first, and then like when I turn back and you're like 10 feet tall, yeah, that would be pretty crazy.
When you look back around, you just see,
also, just the fact that my staff itself is 6 feet tall because it's a walking stick. Also,
you look behind you, Gil, and you just see this dryad with no facial expression change, a little bit of crumbs falling off of their face from the temptation of eating a sandwich, and the bird on top of its head just nodding proudly once again in approval.
Okay.
Alright.
All right, we shall cut off from that scene.
I'm attempting to eat a sandwich.
Yeah.
that was the most dramatic sandwich eating you'll ever see.
I just find it funny that the sandwich took more time than anything so far, and I am absolutely here for it. sandwiches.
We-
It was hard, alright? I didn't know what it was.
Oh, don't worry. If you did that in front of Sentry, they would completely agree on it because they are the exact same. They don't understand social. Like you'll get this very soon. Don't worry.
Yep, that's so perfect because I've never been around people before.
God, I fucking love this. All right, so next we're going back to no, we're not going back to Wolfland Forest.
Back to the forest. We should have just met up there.
No, we are actually going down south, to the shores of Lonis. Lonis being a relatively big area. It's a port city, that relies heavily more so on fishing, than anything. And we are going to be along the southern eastern coast, where a very specific water genasi has just ended up on. Kelly, describe your character.
Yeah, well, so my character's name is Cove, and she is a water genasi who has been living underwater for 16 years. So this is the first time that she actually comes up on land. And yeah. She's blue.
Nice.
Dabba dee dabba da.
Yeah, that's I don't know, that's about it.
All right. And no one necessarily notices you coming up on shore. But you do kind of kneel down onto the sand as far as like the beach goes. Just so you can at least get your bearings straight. I want you to roll for perception.
Okay. That is gonna be 19.
19? All right.
Yes.
Your first innate thought. You're finally out of water. You feel the scorching sun overhead. After a tiny bit for you to gather your bearings, you feel the coarseness of the sand. You hear the ringing of bells as well as people hollering, as in terms of work goes. You hear a lot of bells and whistles going off in the distance. A flock of seagulls overhead kind of doing their own thing. You also hear the waves crashing upon the shoreline. Your innate sense of smell, you still smell what's to you is home. The seawater as well as other new kinds of smells. The smell of basically just like a little bit of rotting, but enough for you to notice, but it's not an overwhelming sensation, as well as a little bit of somewhat iron smell from the blood that these fish were caught and hung on. You also hear the rowing of boats as well, just leaving shore and also coming back into dock.
Okay. Well, I'm probably gonna be a bit overwhelmed because like there aren't that many sounds where I come from, so it's gonna be a bit overwhelming, and I'm gonna be very cautious with all these people walking around and seeing like these many people like having fish dead hanging around makes me look at them in disgust. Yeah. And from quick question, from the intel from like my own map that I have, was it like up to date? So would I know what the big city is or not?
No, they are. You have rough ideas as far as what main cities are. This was not necessarily on the maps, and if so, it was just starting out. But as you can see, it has quite evolved. A lot more people now, a lot more housings, a lot more of basically everything.
Okay. So, I want to go and look for a place where I can buy like an up-to-date map.
Yeah. So you start walking around this village area. Of course, it's not a lot of people running around because most of them are actually out and about. But you do see, you come across a general goods store, which is literally just labeled Lonus General Goods. For some reason, from what you can tell, they don't necessarily have good handwriting nor a good sense of spelling, because goods is spelled with a Z at the very end of it, and it's not really like a happy, like a professionally built sign. It's more so kind of like a, what is it? It's like a chalkboard that's outside that just has come on in to Lonus's General Goods onto it. And you see from the window of that store, they are selling maps.
Okay, so I want to go inside. And see if do I recognize like someone, the person who sells the stuff?
No, not at all. You hear?
No, I mean like do I notice who it is? Like are there many people inside?
Oh
Or
no,
is it just the person selling
it's
stuff?
literally just the person selling, in
Okay.
which when you open the door and it closes behind you, there is no bell or anything like that. You just hear just snoring in the background. And as you look behind the counter, it's just a guy in a straw hat just taking a big old nap.
Okay. So I want to go up to him, and at first I just stand there for a little bit, not sure what to do. Waiting if he like magically noticed me just staring at him. But if that doesn't happen, I just go like a bit softly, like, excuse me, hello.
As you proceed to say this and finish saying this, nothing happens at all. He is still knocked the fuck out.
Okay, then I want to poke him.
Let me see. As you poke him, he kind of gets out of sleep, and yet you just hear, what? What? Who's? It better not be them damn raccoons again. I swear to God, I'll end their life. Oh, hello. As he finally takes notice of you and just stares at you.
Hi. You know, I don't want to be rude, but like, you probably shouldn't sleep if you want people to buy stuff from you.
Well, if I don't want to be rude either, but you shouldn't be going around poking people while they're asleep now, would you?
I mean, do you want to make money or not?
Well, do you want to buy goods or not?
I do.
Then it works. Now, how can old Rufus here help you?
I need a very up-to-date map
Map?
of, yes.
Well, what kind of map?
Well, I like probably of this whole like island area.
You want a world map or you want a local map?
Well, not just of the city. I need a map that has the biggest city around here on it.
Ah, well, the closest one will be good old Hearthaven. That's where I'm from. We do have those around here somewhere. Where the hell did I put it? He starts going behind the desk and things like that. Just easily, you just hear a bunch of drawers and shit open, like, and just him fiddling around with like a bunch of doors and shit like that until he finally finds one. He's like, ah, there it is. He pulls it out and he kind of just like, instead of like unrolling it, he kind of beats it along the table with all the dust coming off of it. And he just goes, here you go.
Well, will it show me the way to go there?
I don't know.
You don't know what's on the items you sell?
Let me put it to you this way. It's a map. Maps show roads.
But I thought you were from there, so shouldn't you know how to get there?
That would be some 35 years ago.
Well, so from my knowledge, you guys purchase things with money here, if I'm correct.
That I do.
Okay, so how exactly does that work? Like, do I just give you something, or is there a certain amount that I have to give?
There's a certain amount you gotta give, and what do you got on you? We take copper,
Oh, no.
we take silver, we take gold, we take jewelry, we take everything.
Well, I did take something from home, but you know, we don't have a lot where I come from. So I think this is gold. Is this? I just show him my money.
Yes, this is. You know, you shouldn't be flashing money like that around here.
Is it that important?
Oh, very. Our whole livelihoods are about it. Because money makes the world go round, as they say.
Well, that's stupid.
Not really. How do you think civilizations work? You can't make goods and services free.
Well, you can if you're just nice to people.
Ha! And that's what I told my wife and also my daughter before they got slaughtered. And would you know, I'm here today. Because I didn't owe the right I owed the people that killed them money, and guess what? They're dead. Oh, they're buried right out back too. Now, that'd be one goal.
Oh, I guess I can do that.
Alright, purchase received. Thank you for doing business.
Oh, wait, quick question. So, I need to collect lots of information. Do you have any things I can write with? And like a book maybe I can write in?
He kind of scruffs his beard a little bit as he goes into the back of the store where no one's around, and yet he just basically plops down onto the countertop, just a very shoddy, basically a book, but it's been like all the holes are kind of punched in rather shittily, and it's been tied together with a little bit of twine, in which it looks like it's about ready to fall apart right then and there as he slams it onto the counter. Will this do?
Well, I mean, from the way you were saying it, the money is very important, so I rather would not spend it on something that looks like it can fall apart any second.
Oh, this is old trusty ledger, man. This has been in my family for generations, and it's the only thing I have that I can write on.
I'm good. I'll just leave. Thank you for your family history, I guess.
You're welcome.
But I will go now.
Okay, pleasure doing business with you. As he puts away the ledger again, and as you kind of turn around, you just hear just his head crack against the countertop, and he's just knocked out again. He's back asleep.
And while I turn around, I just say quietly to myself, upper people are weird.
You walk. Ow, my throat actually hurts from doing that. You walk out of the general goods store, and you have acquired the world map, which you don't need to write in the You don't need to write in your inventory. I will DM you a copy of it after the session.
Okay.
But you open up the map, and when you do, I will say it's like a little trusty feeling to the hands. But when you do open it up, you do see an entire world map, in which it looks a bit like this. In which it has Crowstrand, Darkmoor, Bleak Bay, Neverwood, the Tri-Islands, Wildkeep, with the Thorn Harbor, and you see in writing as well, in the middle of the ocean, Navatria, your city. But it's, from what you gather, it's in a somewhat in the wrong area. It's like a general location, but there's no city markers or anything like that onto it. And you also see near Navatria, the city of Lunus, in which that has been circled in kind of like a reddish ink, or at least you think it's ink. And you see somewhat of a road that leads to Hearthaven.
Okay, so that looks like the biggest city to me if I look at the map.
It's the closest city. It is, both of the cities are about the same size, from what you can tell from just off the map itself. But Hearthaven is the closest one.
Okay, then I will go make my way to there.
You make your way to Hearthaven, in which you don't have to roll for anything like that because you went from the Lonus Road. To the left of you is a training yard. Lots of people there now. I would say around this time is noon. So it's a lot of guards are off. They're mostly just there eating or just packing up stuff to finish training for that afternoon so they could go see basically their families, or before their shift starts officially. And to the right of you, you see a lot of very tall buildings, brick and mortar buildings made from basically bricks and other solid stone materials.
Okay. I want to look for a place where I can buy like a notebook.
You walk around a little bit and you find a once again, another general goods store. This time it actually has a sign, and it is called the Third Haven. And it underneath of it just says one of 3 locations in Hearthaven, and it is, you look in the windows of it and you see quite a plethora of goods. A little bit of articles of clothing are in there, but nothing too fancy, but easily acquired. And also some basic other stuff such as like cheap weapons in there as well.
Okay. Well, I go up to like the counter of the store.
You go to the counter of the store and kind of like you peer a little bit and see who's behind it. You don't see necessarily anyone behind it, but you turn around from the sound of a voice, and when you do, it is coming from a halfling that is running the store. She is fairly well dressed, not too poorly, but also not too nice, as to say. So it's pretty standard clothing that they're wearing. And they're just like, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Like to purchase something to write in.
"Oh, you mean like a journal or a notebook?"
Yes, please.
"Sure, come over here." And she kind of like takes your hand a little bit and kind of grabs it and tugs you along to a wall that has just like a bunch of notebooks onto it, as well as journals and things like that. Uh, and she just basically there's like ladders that are on like the actual shelves themselves, kind of like one of those big libraries, or like if you ever been to like a really big bookstore or something like that, they have like the ladders built onto the shelves. She slides them around in to where the journals are located at, and of course the store is fairly busy. There's quite a couple kids playing like with like the wooden swords and things like that. And she goes, "Now, what kind of book are you looking for?"
What pulls me, I do try to like get out of her grasp, like, because I don't like getting touched. Like, do I succeed in that, or does she still pull me with her?
She's still kind of, actually, I want you to make a strength check.
Oh god, I'm not good at those. Oh, it's not too bad.
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
With a modifier or no?
Yeah.
You attempt to, but at the same time, she's still holding on to you pretty tightly. But she still, she lets go as soon as, like, you reach the shelf that you're looking, that she has you at.
Okay. I'll just say like, I just need to write down information. Any book will do. But I would like it to be the cheapest kind you have, please.
She then, like, goes to the very bottom shelf and picks up, like a very colorful, multicolored, like, a pocket journal. It's not one of the big ones that you were looking for or anything like that. It's a very small one, has maybe 50 pages into it. She then just reaches her hand out and just says, "That'll be 1 copper."
It does need to be a bit bigger. I'm collecting a lot of information.
Well, you did say cheapest.
I did say that, but okay, not cheapest. Can I like look at the wall and see if I can like see what I'm looking for?
Yeah, so you do see amongst the shelves, like it goes from the smallest to like the biggest ones, the biggest being like actual ledgers that they use for businesses. Really big, beefy, bound up ones that are made of leather. And also they're like hardback as well, with somewhat of like a water resistant skin onto them. Which that's going to be like at the very top, labeled at 5 gold. The middle of these shelves are going to be like your standard journal or notebook. They're not going to be water resistant at all. But they still have quite a few pages into them, average like 250 pages. Those are on sale right now for about 2 silver. And the rest of them are going to be similar to what she pulled out initially, if not a little bit bigger than that, averaging about 50 pages each of them for a copper.
Swim with any of these books?
Pardon?
Swim underwater?
The ledgers would, but other than that, they're not going to be fully waterproof. That you would have to rather magically associate it with, or like put a spell onto it to make it waterproof, or you would have to find some kind of casing or cover so that way it's not like getting damaged from the water.
Well, if it's not gonna be fully waterproof, then I guess I'll just go for the middle row.
From the middle row, you have a choice between a couple of them. One of them, or not one of them, but like a section of them are going to be about the same. They're more so like decent books, with not really any kind of, I would say, design onto them. They're mostly there. When you take a feel at them, they feel like heavy duty, kind of like wood in terms of the actual cover itself. The ones beside them are going to be slightly darker in color. The bindings and also the covers of them a bit more flexible than the previous one. And then the other ones are going to be more so kind of like a very unfamiliar kind of feeling to them. Very flexible indeed.
I'm gonna go for the ones that feel the most sturdy.
All right. You pick up one of those, and she goes, "That'll be 2 silver."
Um, I don't really have silver coins, but would this be enough? And I just give her 1 gold coin instead?
Oh, honey, you shouldn't have, but yeah, this is enough.
That being said, I don't really have writing equipment.
Oh, with this, then I'll definitely hook you up with some writing material. As she quickly, like, pushes off the shelf and goes not really fully around the store, but to the shelf that's closest to the counter. And she goes to the very top shelf and kind of slides off of the shelf, and she hands you a pen. And this pen isn't like a mechanical pen or anything like that. It still has a cap onto it. But it does have what appears to be like a very, like almost waterproof casing to where the ink does not dry out or essentially get removed. It cannot be like watered down unless if you actually tear it apart.
I
Also
just
too
like
far on one end.
what?
traditional pens like that, if you blow too hard in one end, it'd accidentally explode, usually in your mouth.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, they're not always a fix the best.
I'm something of a pen myself.
They're waterproof, not airproof, and that is a huge difference when it comes to creating things.
Okay.
Take like the pen and look at it a bit, and then go like, yeah, that looks good enough.
And with that, you also get this as she kind of pushes off once again to the shelf, but this time going all the way to the back of the store, past the counter and everything like that. And then she kind of does it once more as you just hear her go, whee! And then stops herself at the counter and hands you a travel bag to put your stuff in.
You?
Oh, of course, not a problem. I'm always happy to help.
So, does this need more money?
No, not at all.
Okay, well, then that's all.
Of course, and thank you for choosing us. And then she, with that said, she quickly just goes back, and just like, now come on, kids, no need to get yourself hurt. Go, shoo, out. And kind of, pushes the kids out of the store and things like that, and just goes along with other customers.
Now, gotten some stuff to write with. I'm gonna look for a spot in the city that has people that I can observe.
No.
Actually, I want you to roll for perception.
Uh, 9.
9. Okay. As you exit the store, you didn't need to roll high for this at all. You do hear rumors of a quote-unquote huge-ass tree person walking behind a person who are currently heading over to an unclosed area, or basically an area of unknown location, but further down the road, while you're walking along, you do hear them people say like, hey, did you hear about like what happened at Speakeasy? Yeah, the tree, a fucking tree person went in there. Did you just see the size of them? They're fucking huge. Huge.
Well, while I walk, I just write down like information about what I hear. And hearing how surprised they are by that, I think I'll go check it out.
You go to Speakeasy Tavern. To the best of your knowledge, it does take you a bit, because you do have to kind of look around and see where it is, or if you were brave enough, you could ask around in terms of like what road or what street to go down, so on and so forth. It takes you about 15-20 minutes to get there, but eventually you do land yourself into Speakeasy Bar. And thus we shall cut to our final character.
How have I become like a mascot already in this city?
I think what's greatest about this is a giant metal man, the first of their kind to be seen. No one really bats an eyelid because there's a giant fucking tree. It's great because, like, the reason why I said she went to sit in the corner was to try and avoid drawing attention. This is going to go very well with the big tree.
Like, this is insane.
The tree is separating you from being seen. That is W.
Yeah, no one notices you if there's a 10-foot tree person next to you.
Just poking at a sandwich while you're stuffing yourself. He's poking the sandwich like, what is this?
They would probably end up doing that, yes. Yeah. They have a negative charisma. They don't care for social protocol. If they're interested, they go in.
He just start whipping out like little sauce from his fingers and start like analyzing the sandwich.
I love seeing how like your character knew what they wanted with the books. I like that.
We now head over to Wolfland Forest. Now, we are heading over to. we are actually heading towards our other main city, the city of Greyspell. Greyspell has once again two roads. One is Greyport, which Greyport leads to the Greyspell port, which is currently shut down for right now.
Oh damn.
But the only main road that we currently have right now is Grey Road. And the entire area is named the Silver Chapel, with a giant school near the center area, known only as the Haven of Arcane. We are not focused on that right now, but more so the edge of the Silver Chapel area, near Grey Road. There, in the middle of the street, we hear bells and whistles going off, with heavy footsteps leading behind the path. Fair enough.
Every time I take a step, that's what it is. Just a horn.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
There, people are slowly backing away the streets and looking in awe as the people, or basically the police force of Greyspell, is navigating a chained up dragonborn, leading him out of Greyspell. Alex, describe your character.
Okay, so I am a dragonborn, as he said. I have golden skin, red hair, like dreaded, going to the back, and a big beard going down to his chest. I also have a pendant that has a picture of my wife that sadly has been killed by someone she was trying to make a better person, therefore making me go insane and killing him. I'm now being taken out of the city in chains due to that murder.
Yes. And as they reach the edge of the city, a couple people come out of the woodworks, running from the actual school to basically meet you along the Grey Road. The person who was navigating you turns around to you and essentially undoes your mouth guard so you could finally speak.
Thank you so much for taking that off. I couldn't breathe in it.
The person who is navigating you is wearing all dark clothing, dark robes and everything like that, and even has a special contraption out to block the sunlight. He takes his hood off, and he only goes, from what people have that you've heard of, Professor V. He's very white and very pale skinned, with fangs coming out of the top of his mouth. And with this knowledge, you know that he is a human vampire who happens to be a professor here in the city of Greyspell. with a couple of the guards still having you in chains as well as weapons drawn at the ready in case if you do escape, he basically kneels and looks at you and just says, "You are not permitted in the city anymore. Leave now. You are hereby banished. If we do see you again, we will not hesitate to end your life. Do you understand?"
I understand.
Good.
That's if you could take my life.
Damn, okay.
The professor behind Professor V, one named Rokian Flarney, a half elf, or excuse me, a high elf, who stands a little bit short, a little bit taller than him, who's more like coward with a quivered voice, just comes up and just says, are we sure that we don't want to keep him? Because he could definitely be used for, experiments and things like that. We definitely need more people like him." And Professor V just stares him down with a scoured, like, no facial expression change or anything like that, just looks at Rokian, just staring them down as Rokian kind of cowers behind in the corner and kind of walks away. And you
Can
hear,
I say something to him before he leaves?
you can.
You're lucky I'm in these chains. I put you on that table.
Damn.
Rokian just kind of
Damn.
fears away and just like doesn't know what to do, and so he just kind of just turns away and just power walks back to the college. And you hear, for fuck's sake.
Sorry, this is amazing.
Stupid impulses.
And you hear pretty heavy footsteps trotting beside you, and kind of just pulls your head back, and you face in the eyes of basically the king of this place. One Darth Grungier, a 6-foot tall half orc. More human than orc. He has like the pale, somewhat sickly green, not sickly green, but like a green tone that's more pale in comparison. He definitely has the uprooted teeth that he shows, and also like the hairstyle with like a high up ponytail. But he basically grabs you by the hair and makes you face him, just with a very aggressive look.
Let go of my hair before I knock your teeth out.
He smiles and just says the dog that is being kicked out of his own home, as he kind of just throws your head back down and goes over to Professor V and kind of just talks for a little bit and whispers before Darth going back to the castle or the school. And Professor V ends up just kind of nodding at the guards and walking away. The guards then hoist you up again to where you're actually able to walk, and proceeds to push you out of Greyspell and out of the Grey Road. They put you near the road that leads into Wolfland before uncuffing you with crossbows still drawn by two other guards.
There's no need for the guns, gentlemen. I'm already gone.
basically the head guard that was there just said, "Don't worry, we won't get you. But the wildlife and other rare events that's been going on will. We'll
Jokes on you. Sorry.
as they kind of
Jokes.
all turn around and they start heading off.
Adios. Sign now, motherfuckers. Now where to? Down the road or into the tree life? I think I take the road. See what's up.
See what's up.
You end up taking the road. I want you as well to make a perception check.
Question. Which dice am I using for that?
You're gonna roll a d20
Okay.
or a
Can I use the
20-sided
same
dice.
Yeah, I can.
Yes,
20.
not 20,
Oh, damn.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
and that's a natural because you don't have any
Perception. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
So it's a nat 20. With this, you hear the bustling of the wildlife kind of actually cowering away from something that's even bigger, that's deeper in the forest. You also hear quite an alarming amount of screams as well. Just it's almost as if a group of people are getting murdered to the right of you. You don't know how far away, but you do know that it's just scream after horrified scream after horrified scream.
Do I have weapons? Do I still have weapons on me, or am I just was nothing on me but my clothing?
They tossed your weapons to you, so you do have everything that you have on you.
Okay.
But then you also hear just what appears to be laughter, but not really laughter at the same time. It's more like if birds were able to laugh, they would just go just like
I would like to check that out because I want to see if I can help anyone I can.
would you like to sneak for it, or would you just want to remain?
Because I'm trying not to waste too much time. I don't know how many people are done. I'm trying to save as many as possible.
So you're gonna kind of just run there, but then
Yeah.
at the same time keep your distance so you could like navigate
Analyze
the
it.
area, analyze it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I, however, am going to need a athletics check from you.
Which dice again?
Another d20. All your skill checks and things like that are going to be on the 20-sided dice.
14.
14, and then your athletics is 6, so that's a dirty 20. With ease, you quickly get to the area that you believe that you heard screaming. And from there, you actually get to a camp. Oop, wrong button. This camp is near the road, but not too near. I would say about half mile, but it's on hills and things like that, so you can't necessarily see it. There's no one there. No one alive, that is.
Can I scavenge the remains and see if I can find any clues of what caused or who did this?
Before you do that, but allow me to finish the scene.
Sorry.
You don't see anyone alive, but you do see dozens of bodies, ranging from children of all ages and sizes to adults, broken caravans and all the woodworks of caravans as well as merchandises go. You don't necessarily see what was causing the laughter or anything like that. But you do see a couple tents as well. But no one is there except for you and the countless amounts of dead bodies.
Can Can I roam around, see if I can find any books or any like certain markings left on the dead bodies? See if I can figure out what animal or human did this. And what weapons used.
Make an investigation check.
17, and then I got just 17.
Just 17. You look around at the bodies, and all of them do have some remains of ledgers, all of them untouched. You realize that most of these people are caravanners, delivering merchandise from one city from Greyspell to Hearthaven. Some of them from Greyspell to even Lonis. But other than that, not really any markings at all or anything like that. You obviously see like a little bit of rip and tear, but it's mostly from it being worn out than from any beast or man-made markings.
Got it. Am I allowed to loot these dead bodies? Can I see if they have money on them?
Go ahead and make another investigation roll.
See all their monies. I'm sorry, guys. You're dead. I needed more. 1. That's crazy.
That one.
I see it. No.
You search around the dead bodies haphazardly, tumbling across a couple of the piles that were made there. You don't find any money at all. But you do kind of see some, like, you just see, like, a couple, like, torn shirts and things like that, scrap cloth. Not any money at all.
Okay.
They have all been looted already.
I was gonna say it's weird because there's a whole giant pile of gold coins. You just can't see it. It's weird.
That's weird. Hey, I can't see that yellow stuff right there on the floor. That's crazy. I'm gonna yell out. Is anyone there? Is anyone still alive and needs help?
As you yell this, nothing.
Damn.
No sounds or anything like that. Not even like any sort of like slight movement that you would have heard.
Damn. I guess I just say my prayers, name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and I continue down the path.
You continue down the path and you get to a crossroads. To your left, you see a huge city of Hearthaven. And to your right is going to be Wolfland Forest. And to the south of you is the ever-reaching peaks.
I would like to go to Hearthaven. I need to get some food in my stomach. I haven't eaten.
You go over to Hearthaven from Grey Road. As you enter the city, this being the first time that you've been to Hearthaven, you look to your left and you see a bunch of brick and mortar buildings. Around this time it is around lunchtime, and you do in fact see like a lot of business people coming out of the buildings and things like that, just so they could grab lunches with people and whatnot. And then to the right, similar to what's happening on the business district, the Heart Market, a lot of people are just packing up for the day and kind of just going home, or just kind of traveling around just so they could just see some other wares and things like that.
What I would like to do first is see if I could get in contact with a police, an official, to let them know about the caravan that got taken down.
You go over to basically the gate guard. They are guards that basically patrol the perimeter of the area, but more so the actual gates and entranceways that they have. And you walk up to them, and what do you say?
Hello, sorry to bother, but there's a caravan up the road that has been completely destroyed. There's no survivors.
Oh, is that so? Well, do you know where it would be?
Maybe like 10, 15 minutes up the road. It's towards the left on the field.
Oh, you're talking from the Gray Road. No, we don't necessarily patrol up there anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No,
No.
we know which ones that you're talking about too. And unfortunately, because of circumstances heading up that way, as well as near Wolfland Forest itself, we do not go up there anymore.
Is that due to territory arguments?
No, not even territory problems. It's more so that the forest has been acting weird. And on top of that as well, we've already know about the caravans that are being destroyed. But we just don't know by what.
Oh, I see. I see. What you mean by like the forest has been acting weird? I just came from there not too long ago.
Oh, the forest. We just don't necessarily know. We send patrols out there, and no one has come back ever since. We send average, I think, 5 patrols up there, and none of them have ever come back.
I see. Well, good luck with that. Can you point me to the direction of a tavern that'd be cheap enough for me to get some food in me? I'm starving.
You're trying to get information, but your stomach's sort of growling. You're like, yeah, whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm hungry.
Well, that depends. Do you want something extremely cheap, or do you want something cheap and entertaining that we heard around town?
Cheap and entertaining.
Well, go to the Speakeasy Bar and look for yourself. We heard something very interesting is happening there.
Interesting. What is going on before I start heading in that direction?
Rumors about the talking, or not really a talking, but a giant walking tree.
A walking tree? I gotta see this for myself. What you mean, walking tree?
Yeah, we don't know. That's all we heard. We've heard it from the townsfolk.
I see, I see. Thank you for this information. I will be heading out.
Of course, and happy trails. And thus, you make your way to Hearthaven Tavern.
Quick
Or,
question
excuse
for
me,
the
Speakeasy
DM.
Tavern. What's up?
Because you said that there were various scout parties that went into the forest, does that mean I could, in theory, have found a longsword that he can have on his back? He's not proficient with it yet. My character plans mean he kind of needs one for later. Or would you rather me just buy that later once we've got to that point?
You can find it whenever you search for it. But we can get to that in a later.
Alright, we'll do that in some other future encounter then where they'll take one then. It's fine now.
Yeah. Also, who the hell is invisible?
That was me.
How you going envious? My boy is cloaked.
I don't know. I didn't do it on purpose.
Well, you see, I don't know.
Morph.
Yeah,
What did you do?
I don't know. I mean, I've got my character now, and it's kind of working. So if you just give me TM things, I can do the character again.
Okay, yeah, hang on, let me see.
Let's go.
He really just said, I don't want to be seen.
He doesn't want to be quote
I thought
unquote.
that was Century.
He
just thought Century is a good camo.
No, he doesn't want to be the quote unquote free fighter hero.
No, I am not the free fighter hero.
All right, and then let me go ahead and give you player permission.
Hold on.
No, I just gave you player permission.
No
Well,
way.
now you got twins.
Yeah.
We shall hide you in the corner for now. Actually, no, hang on, I got a better idea. I'm gonna give you permission for both. I'm gonna go ahead and get you back to player. Boop. And then what we'll do is this one, we will take you out of the bar.
You being strangled out the boy.
And we hide you over here with important decision rolls.
Nice. Okay.
Okay. Alex, as your character walks into the bar, you notice one of the tables being relatively crowded. You see along it the giant tree person that everyone was talking about, as well as where is Gil? Gil's character.
Yes. My God.
Can
Right
I roll
there.
a stealth to see if I can just remain hidden in the corner? I don't want to be noticed.
Oh, you don't even have to roll. No one notices
I was
you.
gonna say I've got a +6 as well, so it's like I've purposely sat as far away, like in the corner, away from all this. Like if anything sort of scooched out, and I've just got like a couple of scrap pieces of paper that I'm furiously using some sort of whatever I've found. Like there's just random bugs that I've killed and just using the blood to write with.
Alex, you come into this bar and you just see everyone surrounding the table with a tree person and someone else as well that is basically with them.
Question: the tree person still eating that sandwich?
No.
Okay.
Around the same time that you walk in, a water genasi is just entering. So you kind of just see like a couple of their you kind of see like the doors close, and as you walk in you notice a water genasi also experiencing the same kind of confusion yet energy that you are portraying.
I'm not gonna be confused because I don't know anything about the upper world. So for me, this is just like, oh, it's probably
This is what it's
normal.
like, yeah.
I'm not confused.
But you just see a water genasi looking at basically what is going on at this table, and everyone is just surrounding this table. Not a lot of patrons, it's only 4 patrons, but they're still like raising drinks and things like that, and just talking to Gil's character about if the wood person is with them or not.
I would like to talk to the water genasi first, since she looks like she is not confused or surprised at all about the situation. I would like to know if she knows anything about it.
Yeah, so you walk up to the water genasi, you kind of introduce yourself, and what would you like to talk about?
Hello. Hey, sorry to bother you. My name is Dabby. Are you familiar with that tree person over there?
No.
My apologies. It just you weren't surprised or shocked to see it, so I just assumed that you were with them.
Oh no. I mean I haven't been here for a long time, so nothing really surprises me because everything is weird to me here. So.
I see. I
But
see.
when
So
everything
you
surprises
accept the
you,
water.
nothing is surprising.
Exactly. I'm gonna just walk my ass towards the table with the big tree and my boy Gil.
So you walk up to the table, and Gil and also JC, do you notice this dragonborn coming towards y'all?
I feel like we would notice a dragonborn. Yeah.
You notice a
Dirty 20 for perception if you were asking that.
actually, yeah, JC, roll for perception.
I did. Dirty 20 for perception.
Dirty 20? Okay. You don't necessarily take an account of the humans and half elves and even the dwarf that is just surrounding you and talking. You kind of twiddle your thumbs around and you look over and you see a gold dragonborn heading your way to the table.
Is it my turn? Wait.
Yeah, it's interaction time.
Okay, sorry. Hey guys. I just wave my hand at the tree, see if it responds back.
You wave.
I wave.
I guess I'll do the same.
That's it. And the person next to the giant tree, what's your name? I didn't catch it.
He's gonna like turn towards you and reach out his hand. gesturing to like shake hands. He says, "My name is Gideon Sloan, and what's your name?"
I extend my hand to do the handshake and say, "My name is Dobby. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Dobby.
Are you
would you
guys
like a drink?
companion? Oh, sorry.
Would you like
You
a drink?
Of course, I'm very famished at the moment. Sadly, I got no cash on me. Will you be willing to like buy me the drink? I'll help you later on.
Of course, of course.
I appreciate
There's
it.
no issue. How much is 3 drinks gonna cost me?
No need. The one of
Oh,
the
really?
spectators that are around here, specifically this one, says,
Oh yeah.
"Drinks all around," and then on me, and the bartender behind the bar just saying, "I don't get paid enough for this." Reluctantly just kind of starts pouring drinks for everyone, and everyone gets around.
I'm gonna look at the Dragonborn, and again in Sylvan, I still have like no one's corrected me yet. I'm just gonna keep talking in Sylvan,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna say, "You are." Do you breathe fire, or am I, or can I stay?
Dobby, you speak. You
Or
speak.
I should say, do you breathe fire, or and if so, are you hostile?
Probably wouldn't understand it at all with those
Yeah, no. Dobby, you don't understand a word that this tree person is saying. Gideon, you pick up a little bit of it, but you don't pick much up. But you pick up, you breathe fire. Hostile, question mark?
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna I'll look over towards the Dragonborn, and I'm gonna kind of like relay this to him. I'm gonna be like, my friend here is asking if you breathe fire.
I do breathe fire, but I won't use it against anybody here. Not unless I'm provoked.
Right.
I'm going to make use the spell Goodberry and offer the berries to the Dragonborn as a peace offering.
I accept the berries gladly. I reach over and eat them.
I'd
and
like
then
to
smile
just
at you.
interject at this point, because I've noticed it's low light where my characters, you see that they would create dancing lights around them to give themselves a little bit more light on what they're working on.
So as this interaction is happening, not many people notice it because everyone is still noticed on the big walking tree.
That's
But
why they assumed they could get away with it, but obviously, light being created in the corner, it's gonna cause a bit of something. He's
Yeah.
stupid-ish.
y'all three, actually, you know what? I'll roll. I need everyone except Aria to roll for perception.
Where did my dice go? There it is.
Me too, or
Yes.
I'm a 16.
Way
Oh,
too
yeah.
focused on the fire-breathing lizard. I got a 9.
What'd you get?
19.
19. All right. So Kelly's character definitely notices it. What'd you get? I know what you got, JC. What'd you get, Alex?
16.
16. You will notice it, and then Gil.
I got a 14.
14. All right. So, the AC wasn't hard, so everyone kind of notices the lights, except for all the bar's people, including the bar owner. The bar owner more focused on pouring drinks out for everyone, and then the people surrounding the table highly more focused on the wood person. And even if they did see the extra lights, they are too intoxicated to even realize it.
And the lights on the table show like a cacophony of just random scrap pieces of paper, bark, and all sorts of things with either etchings in or writings in a combination of common and elvish. And it's just a string of numbers and random words, and it seems to be makeshift blueprints.
So everyone turns around, player-wise, to notice this happen.
So there'd be four sort of light blue lights, and then right in the center of the humanoid figure, from underneath the cloak, you'd see two deep, sort of blood red, sort of beam-like eyes from within it, sort of like the dread helm would give, but without needing a dread helm.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So do y'all leave y'all's designated areas to come and check this phenomenon out?
I would like to
No,
walk up. I would like to
probably
walk
not.
up and check it out. I'm a
The
creative.
Dragonborn's walking over, then I'm just gonna sit back down.
Okay, I will not notice this either. I rolled a perception with disadvantage because being deep in work. No, deep in work.
Hello. What are you?
The head sort of juts up, sort of very mechanically goes straight upright and then turns and sees the Dragonborn sat in front of me. Would I recognize this Dragonborn from the brief amount of time I was in Gracebell?
No, not at all.
Okay. All right. Just thought I'd check. I'm gonna look at them as like, it's designation century 4.20. Sorry. Do I know you? Can I help you?
No, I was just curious to see what you're working on because the light was kind of beaming at my eyes.
Oh, sorry about that. And they dispel 3 of the 4 lights, so it's just the one hovering over the paperwork.
No, it's no worries. You could keep them on. I just wanted to come see what you were doing. I got curious.
Oh, just working on some possible additions. Trying to figure out if I can make this, and gestures to the crossbow on the table, load itself.
Oh, I see. You seem to be mechanical. How does that work? Are you sentient? Or
I have absolutely no clue how I work. I'm here, and well, I'm just trying to find something to do, keep myself busy, find what purpose is. What is life? Very confusing.
So, we're both in the same boat, brother. I think you're having a little more internal crisis than I am. But
what's an internal crisis?
How do I explain this to you? When you have a problem that you do not have a solution for, and it's an inner problem, not a problem that someone else can help you with.
Oh, awesome. And you see on like he pulls out a separate piece of paper and starts rapidly taking notes about it. They do. They've got literally, now you're up close and there's this light direct shining. It is a very featureless face with nothing but the 2 lights for eyes and a grill which seems to be emanating sound.
Can I do a perception skill to see if he looks injured or like has any like hostile intent towards me?
It'd be insight.
On the table.
Yes, it would be insight, and I would say yes. You could go ahead.
Do you want me to do a contested persuasion?
Yes.
As I am not threatening.
Yes.
Should be easy for him to figure it out.
Whee! Oh, you just bounced off my head.
Yeah, that is a 7.
Oh yeah, definitely.
An 8 with a -1 in persuasion. It's very easy to tell if I'm lying. Well, if I'm telling the truth.
I see. Are you accompanied by anyone by chance?
No, I got kicked out of my home by the dick that was in charge of it. Wandered through the forest, ended up here.
Perfect. Grab your stuff. I'm dragging you to this other table.
No, fine.
Grab him by the arm and proceed to drag him away from the table.
Oh no, if you try and run by the arm, he would definitely try and avoid that. Athletics check, motherfucker.
Also, the fact that this warforged probably weighs like 400 pounds, 500 pounds.
Actually, they are very light and light. However, with a natural 19 on my acrobatics to avoid, that will put me at a total of... Hang on, let me stop pressing my button. That will put me... You're going to need to beat a 23 to actually grab me.
You're an acrobatic?
Yours is athletics. Because you're trying to grab. Mine is acrobatics or athletics, my choice for trying to avoid.
That is crazy. Damn.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead.
At 19 with a +4.
Alright, I'm gonna roll to get this kid on my shoulders so we can bring him
Good
to the
luck.
table.
Good luck with that.
14, fuck.
Oh, and with unnatural speed, you go to grab and you blink, and I'm like another inch further away and gathering my bits and pieces.
Alright, you know what?
No need to grab me. No need to grab me. I'll come. Don't worry. Just no touch.
If you don't come over here in the next 5 minutes, I'll bring everyone else to you.
I specifically will wait 6 minutes.
Uh,
I will specifically take 6 minutes packing everything up, and you see like they fumble whilst they're doing so. You don't know, wouldn't quite know whether it's a purposeful fumble, but they seem to knock a few things on the floor, and they're taking their time.
That's very fun. I don't mind.
do you end up calling everyone over at the end of 5 minutes?
Yes, I do yell everyone over.
You yell at everyone to come over, and do you just yell at everyone at this table, or do you yell at specifically these two?
Those two.
Okay. You yell at them specifically. They will come if they want to. They can come over. The other patrons. The other patrons finally having their fill, they end up kind of leaving the bar extremely out of their mind. And no one else comes in and enters, so it is just y'all now.
And the bartender, barkeep guy.
Oh yeah, bartender is still there.
It's great. He's made all these drinks. They paid for the drinks, and they fucked off before they could get their drinks.
No, they did get their drinks.
So, yeah, it's been a good 5-6 minutes. So yeah, I'm having a slight joke on that one.
At this point, I'm just staring at the water genasi because they're the only one I haven't like interacted. Like the only one I'm not sure what they are.
You're just staying on that table. You're not coming over.
That's correct. You left one person and walked over.
I waved a sandwich in there, see if that catches your attention.
You didn't see that.
You're right. What you guys been up to? What you guys doing here?
In this tavern?
Yeah, like what was the reason to be in this town?
Well, I came here for some food and drink.
I see. How about, I see the mechanical have been working on something, but besides that, what you been up to?
Just wandering around, trying to find somewhere safer than the forest to rest. Also trying to raise some funds. I've been around some places, realised I'm going to need money to do some of these creations and ideas I've got.
Money is the problem in this one, isn't it?
It really is. I've not been here long, but I think the little bit I've got ain't going to be enough.
How much you got on you?
I'm gonna walk. Hearing that, I'm just gonna kind of meander my way around, and just like drop. You just see the lumbering tree.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to drop like 5 gold coins at him. Or at them.
They literally
And just walk off.
happily just grab it and stick it into, like, they press like a small sort of button on the side of their leg. It opens up into a small sort of pouch and they drop it in, closing the pouch again.
I watched
you
carefully.
Did you add that? Is that like a
I will
feature
add
you
that
added?
gold now.
Did you add that feature?
Instead of pockets, they've got like sort of slightly mechanical. So as they press the button, you would have heard the slight whirring of some sort of, well, the slight movement of metal as it would have sort of come out and up, creating a small sort of pocket-like area. They drop it in, you do hear it sort of either hit some sort of other metal on the way down, whether that be their leg or other coin that they may have. But they have an inbuilt pocket-like thing.
I see. I'm just astonished at the fact that you have a pocket that you can just open from your thigh.
What doesn't everyone have these? I thought they were standard. I see people have pockets everywhere.
I reach into the pocket of my pants. These are my pockets.
Well,
My
it
leg
reaches into your leg, doesn't it?
It's a pocket connected to me because of my pants. It's not attached to my leg.
Wait, and you see them starting to have yet like the red in the eye seems to dim and flicker a little bit. It's very hard to read emotion on them, but they do seem to sort of back up a little bit as if to like question things.
Are you okay? You look like you're powering off.
Yeah, I'm fine. Not really met people. Been secluded in the secluded in the school for a while, and then kicked out, deemed a failure for some reason. No idea why. And yeah, exploring.
That's fair. That's fair. I just didn't want you to go die on me or turn off because I didn't want to know how to turn you back on.
Power off.
I don't know what type of batteries you're using.
I enter a sleep, and you see the lights just turn off, and the movement goes as still as a statue, basically. And then a few seconds later, they spark back up. Don't worry, I have control.
Oh, okay, I see. I was just confused for a second. I didn't want you to just die on me. I was like scared.
I can handle myself, and you see them. You see them take like a piece of paper, rip it, and then over a minute they cast mending on it, and you don't even see the fact that there was a rip there. It's like a magician, but better because there's not even a fold.
Oh, I see. So you're sort of a healer.
I can heal if you give me 24 hours notice that I'm going to need to heal. I have to tweak things so that I cauterize runes instead of, and they recreate the other lights.
Oh, I see. I see my other boy just quiet in the corner. You got anything to say, good sir? Any questions?
Just observing.
Actually, Gil, I want you to make a perception check.
Oh, okay. Am I perceiving? That's +3, so 18.
You are looking at both Davi and also this automaton at you. And with Sentry, you look at their articles of clothing, and you notice that a part of them has a very familiar symbol.
It'd be like the sort of the patch over the left elbow.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it is the symbol that you know dear and well of the First Dawn.
Oh, jeez. Okay. As I notice this, I'll be like, where did you get that? Where did you get that symbol?
They'll point to it. I found this on one of the many dead bodies within the forest. I kind of had to just scavenge what I could to fix myself up.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you recognize the symbol? Because I fucking don't.
He reaches into one of his pockets and he pulls out a piece of cloth. Oh, actually, you can see it on his shield as well. You can see the symbol imprinted onto his shield, and he shows it to you.
Oh, what is it? Some sort of family symbol? Is it what? I've never seen it before. It was just the only salvageable bit from that piece of armor.
Yeah, you could say that, a family symbol.
Well, if you'd rather me remove it, I just need to find either a new piece of metal or leather to replace it with.
No, it's fine.
All right, well, looks like I'm representing your family too.
Welcome to the family, then.
Avenged Sevenfold rings in the back of my mind. Sorry, again, impulse. I love Avenged. Pleasure. The name is the designation is Century 4.20. I'm a scout. I'm a bit sneaky. Very quick. Hiding's
Can I just
useful.
call you son? I don't got a good memory.
Yeah, sure. Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. You can call me Dabi or Da, whichever suits you best.
Thank you, Davi. And they very clearly pronounce like the full versions of name.
Oh, okay. He reaches out his hand and says, "My name is Gideon Sloan. It's a
Pleasure to meet you.
Century."
Pleasure as well. And they reach out their hand, and obviously it's metal. It's well, you grab it, and it is ice cold as metal would be.
Oh, wow, okay.
As this conversation is going on, we will focus on Cove and also Aria. Cove, you notice this tree person staring at you from across the bar.
Staring at you, menacing me.
What will you do? Kelly?
Oops, I was muted.
I guess we're just gonna stare at each other for the
Hey.
following like half hour.
I feel like that's exactly what would happen to you.
No.
And I look at
Look at
them,
each other.
and they look at me, and I look at them.
I was
This is great.
trying to
Cause they look at
say-
me.
Okay, I was trying to say that I have been writing down stuff in my book the whole time. That there are weird creatures here, and that they talk a lot. So I haven't really been paying attention to people watching me. Because I'm more focused on, in this case, the group talking in the corner, because they're actually doing stuff. So I'm writing down what I see.
Yeah.
She's stalking our gang.
Okay. JC, you notice this water genasi is just continuously to write in their book. Or in this case, putting a utensil onto a piece of what you could only presume as a weird substance, and just kind of scribbling.
Just so we're clear, I can understand, read, and write common too. People are responding to me when I speak Sylvan, so I haven't stopped.
Oh, okay. So you know. Okay, so you notice. You notice Cove writing stuff down into this book. What it is, you have no idea because you are too far away.
I'm gonna.
It's funny watching the 10-feet tree scrub around.
Oh, with the bird cell on their head too. I want you to.
I've seen a lot of people. I've noticed that not being like touching people has been a common theme. So I keep a little bit of distance, but I'm just like hovering over them, looking at what they're reading.
I want you to make a stealth check.
I got them over.
My passive perception is 13.
14 plus 2.
Okay, so you make a tiny bit of noise, but with the commotion going on in the corner of the room, you don't hardly make any noise at all, and you kind of slowly, or not really slowly, but quietly walk behind Cove, keeping a bit of distance without her noticing. Let me roll. The bird that is on top of your head realizes what you're doing and just keeps as quiet as possible.
Question: was the bird stealthier than the tree?
Yes. The bird
Awesome.
roll. The bird rolled a nat 20.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, that bird ain't flapping his wings, nada.
That bird is the MVP.
That bird could have started chirping. He said, nah.
Clearly, I have made a friend.
All right, and then do you want to peer and see what Cove is writing?
Oh yeah, that's my goal. I'm trying to.
I want you to make a perception check with advantage.
I didn't need to roll the second time. I got a 20 plus 4.
Oh, you easily know what. Well, the main reason advantage is because of your height. But you don't even need to peer over the shoulder or anything like that.
No.
Just simply being there and just looking a little bit
I'm
down.
not writing in common though.
Oh, okay, good deal.
You still notice that she is writing, but it's in a completely different language. What language are you writing in?
I am currently writing in Primordial, but like specifically the Aquan one.
Oh yeah, that makes me happy because I'm actually more happy that I can't understand it because I'm seeing something I don't know. I am not looking away anytime soon.
Time passes in here. I would say about halfway through or near the end of their current conversation as they're meeting with each other. Cove, you finish what you are writing.
Mm-hmm.
And you close the book, you put it away, and you turn around and you notice the 10-foot tall dryad looking at you with the bird on top of their head, and the bird kind of just chirps and contents as if to greet you in its own way.
And I do the wave that people had mentioned, but it's a very big wave.
I just stand there and I go like, do you need something?
Did you say that in common?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in Sylvan, I reply, I like your text. What was it?
I mean, I don't know Sylvan. I do know Elvish, but
Oh no.
This is going to be amazing. Come on, DM, translate.
No one's
me,
gonna correct me, huh?
like knowing me, I would probably be like, I don't quite understand you. You seem to have a bit of an accent right there.
You understand from what they said is like ye text. Is it what?
Yeah, like I said, I would probably react to it saying like that I don't quite understand it. Because I've learned Elvish, but only from like outdated textbooks, so it's not the best.
You explain this to.
Should I use a different language? Again, I say that in Sylvan. I'm not quite getting it yet, but I should stop.
What you sound or what you hear from this is simply word changey.
What word? So I just repeat that. I just feel like word changey. That's interesting. What language do you speak? Because I'm a bit confused.
Hearing this, that's why I switched to common, saying I was speaking Sylvan. Do you not understand?
Oh no, I don't speak Sylvan. No.
Everyone else seems to have. That's why I just continued speaking that way.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
That's interesting. I didn't know a lot of spoke Sylvan.
If only she knew.
Honestly, I was shocked too. I thought humans didn't. I thought there weren't many human or many of the races that spoke it, but everyone seemed to understand what I was saying.
So, what were you trying to say earlier?
I was saying that I was complimenting your text. It was a bit. I don't know what you were writing. I do not know that language, but it looked very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. And now I feel a bit embarrassed that this tree person saw in my book, so I just close it and put it away for now.
The bird then proceeds to kind of fly. And as it flies, it then onto the table transforms from a bird to a cat and proceeds to stare at the water genasi.
What?
I didn't know animals could do magic.
The cat just kind of meows and jumps off the table and then proceeds
Some sort of thing.
and then proceeds to kind of go over to this table, meowing for you to follow. And do you want to roll to see if it's fake?
What?
Yeah, well, I like the only time I've ever seen an animal transform was when it had Fey relations. So,
Go ahead and roll for it.
would it be insight?
Yes.
All right. Then I got. Oh, I can't remember which one insight falls under. It is wisdom. Okay, yeah. 15
it's a
plus
wisdom
4
save.
for 19.
Yes, this is a fae.
Well, then I have no reason not to.
And the cat just kind of, once near the feet of Dobby, turns around to you, Cove, and just stares at you, waiting for you to follow.
Being intrigued, I take my book back out of my backpack and I start writing in it again, saying, "Animals can do magic here." But I still stay at a distance.
Okay. The cat then proceeds to come back onto the table, if it can. Please behave. Thank you. Comes
It's
at
a
the
cat. Cats don't behave.
The cat then jumps up onto the table and just starts meowing at you repeatedly and nonstop.
Oh no. What? Can you please be quiet? It's a bit annoying.
Meow, meow, meow,
What do you want?
meow.
What do you want?
With you saying this, she kind of paws. The cat paws at you, and then tilts its head over to at the corner of the group, and then looks back at you.
Do I have to? I don't want to. I don't like socializing.
Meow.
I like slowly just stand like here.
The cat then kind of follows you, and it is just directly behind you, still staring at you.
This cat is menacing.
Why are you staring at me?
No reply.
I kind of just look over at the group and I go, "Does anyone speak cat?"
Nope.
I do.
Not a single idea.
Wait, who?
Or I should say I can speak to them, but I can't understand them.
I don't know what the cat wants from me. Is anyone like his owner?
No.
That silence just not.
No. I don't have a cat.
The cat then proceeds to try and gets up on the table, and just kind of like hangs there for like half a second before falling back onto the floor, getting up and then retrying again and succeeding this time.
Stupid cat.
Sentry will immediately grab what's left of their notes and pull them incredibly close. Almost taking them off taking the last couple of notes off the table and just grabbing them.
The cat then turns back around that cove and just stares at them.
Oh God. I just look at the cat and I go, okay, please just leave me alone.
Meow. Meow.
The cat would like to come to the table.
I don't trust this cat.
I'm not very good with land walking animals.
Cat turns into a fish.
I'm not addressing the cat, you're addressing me, the dragon. I feel offended.
What? I was talking about the cat.
I don't know, I'm also an animal.
The cat
I
just
didn't know dragons were animals.
The cat then turns over to Dobby and then decides to it just stares at you.
Oh, jeez.
Hello, Mr. Cat, how you doing?
Silence.
Oh, why are you staring at me, good sir? Would you like to guide me somewhere?
It then kind of just pushes the mug that's in front of just over until it spills onto the floor.
I take a step back so I don't get my only pair of clothing dirty. There you go.
Sentry, stand up, go pick up the bits of the cup and cast mending.
That is such a nice tactic that you can do. Just mend the cup.
The cup is
Yeah.
essentially back to its original form.
Fixes it and puts it back on the table and just looks at the cat. No, that's not very... Is it manners the word? Looks towards the rest of you. Is it saying good manners? The thing? Yeah. Looks back at the cat. Like, that's not good manners.
All I say is it's not.
It is not good manners.
Is it not?
I don't think I caught your name, Mr. Tree. What's your name? I don't remember if I did.
My creator gave me part of their name. Call me Aria.
Terraria.
Aria.
Aria.
Sentry would look up at you mentioning creators and immediately lock eyes.
The best part is when we lock eyes, it's just deadpan face.
It's just two deadpan faces staring at each other.
Emotionless expression just staring at each other.
It's basically just a weird version of the Spider-Man thing.
Yes.
The cat, after a little bit of y'all chatting. Ooh, okay. Now we get to the good
It
stuff.
kills us all.
No.
Oh, by the way,
He summons a goblin.
when the cat stopped staring at me, I moved back again.
The cat then proceeds actually, hang on. Let me... God fucking damn it. Just stay!
The cat doesn't even notice.
Nope, the cat does absolutely fucking notice. And before doing what he's going to do, instantly stares at you. And then proceeds to speak in the Aquan language to you.
Oh, you got him angry.
And only you know what it says. And the cat says to you, "Get back over here. I got important shit to tell you."
The best part to me is I can tell the intent in that, even if I can't understand it. So I just say, "Oh, you're pissed." Like out loud, we hear the cat just say something, and then me go, "Oh, you're mad."
I look at you in confusion, like, you understood it?
No.
Just speak back to the cat, and I go like, "What did I do? I I just want to stay here, okay? I don't like talking to people.
You wish to know more about this place, do you not?
I do,
Then this is partly how.
but you're a cat.
No! Really now?
Since you were just hearing a language that he has no idea what's going on, it's like, what are you guys saying?
I have no idea what they're saying.
I do not understand them either.
I don't like not knowing things.
Well,
That
I
makes
just
two
go
of them.
over. I just go over here, and I go talking in common, and I'm like, what? I'm confused. This cat was just speaking in a language that only water people speak. Do cats live on the water over here?
No,
they do
no.
not.
I've heard of catfish. Is it the same?
No, I've seen catfish. This is not a catfish.
Then I have yet to see a catfish.
How would a cat grab a fishing pole?
The cat then speaks in common for all to hear.
I'm joking.
But before so, he looks over at the barkeep and casts sleep. And the barkeeper that was once just looking at y'all and noticing this interaction slightly, then proceeds to... No, not enable flying. It's just...
He starts to fly into the sky and say, "Not today, motherfucker."
Sayonara, bitches.
You just hear in the background just the barkeep after the... Why do you want to attack the barkeep, Gil? You just hear just a big thud, and the barkeep went from standing up cleaning glasses to just nowhere to be seen from your distance. Then looks back at the group and proceeds, "Finally, I have everyone here now. If it wasn't for you, stubborn."
You don't have to be rude. You know, that's quite offensive.
Takes note, calling people stubborn is rude.
You have to treat people.
I didn't know that either.
I think
This is not very
I think you
respectful.
sleeping the keeper was kind of rude. Don't you think, you cat?
No. It's just
I
so...
don't think he was working, so I don't think he wanted to go to sleep yet.
It's just so that no prying eyes come to us, or prying ears. And speaking of, he then proceeds to... You hear the door kind of lock, and this corner table right here, proceeds to kind of just... Come on. Becomes blocked from this table.
Oh,
Crossbows out, aiming at the cat.
Can I still whip out my weapons now and at the ready?
Yes, so everyone kind of aims weapons at this cat, and the cat...
I
the-
don't.
I do not.
I don't either.
So crossbow at the weapon, great sword at the... great axe at the ready. Gil, do you do anything?
He summons his twin brother. Chakra jutsu.
Yeah, this cat has been helping me. Despite it being a bird when it was.
No, no opens.
Would like to open a thing.
Chakra jutsu.
All right, I'll just shove you right here for now. Sword and shield at the ready. So 3 of y'all ready y'all's weapons. And the cat just goes, "Relax, relax, I'm not gonna hurt you, Jesus."
You know magic, and you blocked us in. I should have my weapons out.
You know what? Fair point. But this is just so no one that we need to comes in. It is just us. I am here to talk and possibly give you a job, if that makes sense. Is that what you people like?
Jobs get
Jobs?
money, right? Looks to the rest of the group.
Usually.
I don't know.
I don't think
Not for
so.
me. No, exactly.
The cat goes, well, that's what jobs are for, right? To make money.
No, you don't have
That's
to.
if I did
Immediately
a job, I lost my wife.
lowers the crossbow. Is like, well, that's all I'm here for. Money.
Yeah.
What you need, cat?
Why does money matter? Like that's a couple of us are just like, what? Money?
Money was that? Is that edible?
Well, would you like to actually hear what I'm saying, or do you want to continue aiming weapons at this poor innocent little kitty cat?
I don't think you're innocent when you know magic. I'll keep one hand out with a weapon, but I'll put the other one away.
I've just loaded the crossbow. It's still loaded and ready to be able to pull up any point, but it's not aiming directly at it anymore.
I mean, we probably shouldn't use violence.
And what about you, Gideon Sloan of the First Dawn?
So I spin around in a circle.
You're on mute, Gil. If you're not mute, then you're not saying anything.
Ah.
There we are.
I was saying he takes a few steps back and he's just gonna keep his guard up.
I'm just gonna. That's the one I was. Gil is the one, or Gideon is the one I was following around, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at Gideon and be like, "Don't worry, the cat's friendly."
So, allow me to introduce myself. People just call me Ken. And I am, like you probably noticed already, Aria. I am Fae. But I also not used to be Fae. It's more so like I'm in perpetual limbo hell. But I become reincarnated as a cat. But regardless, or well, shapeshifter, fae, whatever you want to call me. But because I still don't know how my power works. But I do say I do have vast and almost infinite knowledge. And I have a little job for y'all. On request of the king.
Which king?
I was about to ask the same thing.
What's a king?
Which king?
What's a king?
A king is the ruler of all people, or a group of people of a certain place. Now, which king are we talking about? Because I just got kicked out by one of the kings, and I want to choke him.
Why, this king, of course. King Femix.
Oh,
Spelling.
that's important.
Femix.
Thank you.
He is the king of this place. And he has requested me to go around and see if there are worthy people that are able to help.
What makes you think that we are worthy?
Well, seeing the fact that most of y'all are new here, as he turns around to see you, and coming from different places in different regions, and especially people of y'all's caliber, I would say that y'all are most adequate for this job.
I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude, but I'm kind of not interested in side jobs right now. I have my own thing to do.
Yes, I know, Cove of Navatria. You are here to seek knowledge of the outside world to help better with your city of Navatria. And also, I believe doing this job will also help you out a little bit more than
What do
you
you
might
mean by
think.
that?
There's another
the cat
one.
says it knows knowledge. Maybe that'll be your payment.
I know money does not interest you, but perhaps something else will. Another water genasi, perhaps, that has been gone for 4 years now?
You don't know what you're talking about. And I suggest if you want to keep talking to me like this, you shut your mouth about anything that has to do with me.
My, feisty one you are. I'm glad that I picked y'all. Now then, back to on what I was saying. And I believe one of y'all have already discovered it, haven't you, Dobby?
What you mean? What are you on about?
The camp that is on a very specific road, full of the dead bodies of the caravanners and families.
Yeah, I recall.
Yes.
I told the guards outside.
Yes. That's how I know. Well, you already know where they live, but you have yet to see who they are. They like to be seen when no one else is around. And you already know that they take the voices of those that they harm.
Damn.
What we need you to do is...
I'm gonna look to Dobby and say, you know a lot.
I don't know anything.
What
I
I
can't keep saying you know these things, so I'm just complimenting you like my proxy.
What I will say is simply this. Eliminate the threat, possibly interrogate them to figure out who they are working for.
Interrogate. I think I like the idea.
Right. And what's our payment?
That you will see when we next meet.
And why should we trust you?
I was about to say, this whole time the Sentry's been paying close attention to see if there's anything that would hint at us being led down a wrong path, we'll say.
Well, let's put it this way. You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain.
I have a lot to lose.
I mean, it's got me there. It's got me there.
I already lost everything. I lost everything.
Half of us just like, yeah, no, you're right.
You're right.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough.
I know.
Ah,
No money to my name.
but that cove is where you're wrong. As it gets off, as it gets off the table, and kind of looks in the center of the room. Until when we meet again. As the cat then a bit of purple magic and sparkled in with green kind of showers the cat and immediately just goes boom into the fireplace.
As it's doing this, I'm gonna be like, "You're not gonna sort out the table." Okay.
It goes out of the fireplace.
That's
And
what I was thinking.
it goes out, it goes into the fireplace, the fire just kind of flickers a fair bit, and then all of a sudden the room gets really dark and black. And after a little bit of time, the table is back to where it was once when everything has come back to the way. Ooh. Oh no. I deleted a wall.
And the wall.
No. Hang on.
Technical.
Technical
Let's go.
Another wall disappears.
technical difficulties. Hang on.
And the wall is moved to an awkward position. Yeah.
We can theatre of mind the fact that it's in the right place for now.
There we are.
There we go.
There we are. It's fixed now.
There we go.
Magic.
Oh, come on. God fucking damn it.
We just got quite a scene as the light came back and we saw some crazy shit going on here.
Yeah.
Alright.
The
Bill-
magic powers
Alright. There we are. The magic power of fucking everything up.
That's what was happening while it was pitch black and we couldn't see anything.
Yes.
Just
When the-
was
Lucky we didn't sink to the floor.
When all comes back and everything comes bright as it once was once again, the barkeep is continuously to wipe his glass off as if nothing happened. The table is moved back to where it was originally. The door still closed but not locked. And the bird/cat fae is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, Dobby mentioned having not having any money, so I throw 5 gold at him.
No, I appreciate it. Where you get this money from, Cove?
I don't know.
This guy just has
Gideon will
money.
look at Aria
Mhm.
and like say, "Is this your doing?"
Hmm?
Wasn't that bird with you? Why did it turn into a cat all of a sudden?
Exactly.
I was swinging my staff at some dummies with some other people, and then I tried to fire arrows, and then the bird landed on me. I didn't notice it was a fae at the time.
So it just kind of stuck onto you.
It's not the first time I've had a bird land on my head, so I just didn't care.
I see.
And it helped me find Gideon, so.
I mean, I got nothing to lose, and I'm down to do this job. I need some money. I don't know what you guys plan on doing.
I could do with scrap metal and other bits and pieces, as well as some cash. So, dibs on any scrap metal when we get there.
I can help you, like, attach it to your stuff so I can breathe fire. I can mount it.
Oh, no. Don't worry about that. I've become pretty adept at doing it myself.
Got it.
This all seems.
You mentioned
Very
breathing
sketchy.
fire, and I stepped back a little bit.
Oh no, I won't breathe fire on you. Don't worry.
Inside. No, I'm joking.
Instantly.
Does anyone else have anyone to say?
I
Cove.
think Gideon was saying something.
Was that your name?
Yes. What do you want?
What do you think of this situation?
Well, I don't trust any of you, so I don't know how that cat, who I also don't trust, expects me to work with any of you.
It's a very fair
Certainly, I'm
point.
just gonna pipe up. What does trust matter? We all have something we want. We can all help each other, right?
We don't
don't
need to
see you
trust. We
guys
just need to come to a
helping me.
mutual understanding.
I can achieve what I want just with myself and Shantara to help me out. I don't need anyone else.
I don't think that's possible, my good sir. You're looking for knowledge, are you not?
Yes, that's why I say Shantara will help me out when I need it.
I do not know what Shantara is.
She's my god.
Oh, I see. Turns around.
Okay. So, Gideon asks, so at this moment, what is Shintara telling you?
Right now, I need water to talk to her. So before I decide anything, I need to excuse myself and find water to pray in.
It's understandable.
Does any amount of water does the amount of water matter?
I don't know. I've never been outside of water.
So what if you don't need water?
I'm
Oh,
gonna
you-
grab one of the mugs of beer and purify it, so it just ends up being water again, and just
Oh,
hand it
yeah.
over.
Oh, there's no need. I can create my own water.
That's unfortunate.
She did all that too. Now we got proof for beer.
How much would a 30 feet cube be?
A 30-foot cube?
One sec.
Most
I
of this
actually show
tavern.
you that. Yeah. Oh.
That is huge.
This is
God.
a 30-foot sphere, by the way.
God damn.
That's how
You would
water
drown us
water.
all, except for me. I don't need to breathe.
I don't need to either.
I'm not drowning. I can fly.
You would drown one of us.
Yeah, me.
The great thing is, like, I just be stood there as if nothing happened, just covered in water now.
Same here, though. Just
I
like,
can just. Yep, I'm good.
Oh no, it's also 30 feet up.
Oh,
yeah, but it
well,
would
yeah.
splash and fall and go out throughout the room. Just stand on a. It's all good.
Yeah, it'd end up filling the, like, flowing out a bit and filling the room instead of going up 30 feet.
Yeah, so I mean, just standing there, I'd be fine. This entire building would need 10 feet of standing water.
Luckily, the other thing with the create water spell is you have to have a container up to that size.
Yeah.
So if you're holding a tankard
it's
and
not
cast it,
big
it'll
enough.
only if you say, for example, if you're holding a tankard and cast a spell, it would only fill the tankard. If your hands were on, say, a room, it would start to try and fill the room.
Isn't that water outside?
In the middle of the city? No.
Like no pond, no river?
In the middle of the city? Probably.
Yeah.
No, I mean, anything you go find is probably like a fountain.
I mean, if you come
that will do.
anywhere in England, then the answer would have been yes.
Okay, yeah.
We have rivers running through every main town and city.
A fountain will do.
Where's England?
It's where time is based off. We have the zero. Everyone else's time is based off us.
I'll have to learn more from you another time.
By this time, it is roughly
Okay, we have said time. Too much.
from the time everyone has walked into the bar to the time that everything has transpired up to this point is about 6 to 7 p.m. The bar is still completely empty. No one has come in ever since people have left.
I'm gonna
Can I
look
look out the
towards
window?
the. Oh, okay. You do that first.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Everyone's doing it.
3, so 15.
15?
Everybody?
No, just Gideon, because Gideon's looking outside. Gideon, you look out the window. You don't really see anyone walking. Other than like the couple of people that you do, which they're just kind of like walking home, or they're just walking into like restaurants to grab a quick bite to eat.
Do they seem at all like intrigued by this place, or like they just don't care and they're going about doing their business?
They don't care at all.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Can I go outside to look for water?
I've just been trying to talk and press the wrong button. Whoops.
Yes, you can go outside and look for a piece of water. When you do that, however, when you walk outside and you kind of turn back around to see like look back at the place, you will notice that the speakeasy bar isn't there. It's just disappeared.
Oh damn. Okay. I guess I can't go back.
And we're all still in it, right?
Yeah, Sentry's gone up to the bar, by the way, at this point.
Oh no. It's not like it's like gone. It's like an illusion spell to where it's like it's where basically if you want to specifically go there, you will know like where it is and you will see it. But if you are walking away from it, then the illusion takes effect and it just becomes another average standard building.
It's a perception filter.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Thus why...
To quote other types of fantasy thing, perception filter from Doctor Who, basically.
Exactly. That is
I've
why
never
is...
seen Doctor Who.
That is why...
Oh my god, it is British excellence.
That is why it is called the Speakeasy.
Speak easy. Oh, okay. I get it now. I get it now.
Now it's smart.
That's smart. Yeah.
That's smart. Well, I mean, now where are we supposed to be going now? Is there any clues that we have?
Gideon knows of a place where water is.
Gideon, run that by.
Oh yeah, the garden. We can go to the gardens.
We can head there for Cove to talk to her god.
Yeah.
Do y'all go with her?
Sentry's gonna go to the bar and just shout back. Anyone stopping here for the night first? I think we should probably, if we're going anywhere important, do it with fresh sleep.
I think that would be the case. That is smart. I am pretty.
And then gonna go to. I'll get us some rooms, and goes to the barman.
You go to the barman looking, just kind of looking up and down at you. He doesn't necessarily care. And he just continues going what he's on about.
Yeah. Hi, sir. I was just told by a guy called Vector, he's a blacksmith, that you'd have somewhere to sleep, possibly?
And who's asking? Wait, you said Vector, right?
Yeah, Vector told me that you might have somewhere that I'd be able to bed down for the night.
For fuck's sake. Alright. This one's on the house because Vector owes, we owe Vector a great deal. Do you also, do your friends or your acquaintances need some too?
Yes, please.
Alright, right this way. And he comes over to this tapestry and beckons everyone's to follow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I follow him.
Yeah, as that happens, I'll shout, I got his room sorted, guys. I met someone earlier that apparently was able to help out more than I thought he would.
Will we be able to see the sunrise?
Perhaps.
Whoa, okay, hold on.
I'll take my chances outside.
Inside check.
Yeah, I'll head out. I'm just gonna dip.
Relax, relax.
In the basement.
No, like I need the sun, or I take exhaustion and die.
Relax, it will be okay. There's one room with a window that you will see the sunrise.
Immediately levitates over.
And Gideon follows too, correct?
Sure, I guess, yeah.
Alright, hang on.
Give me like a house plant. I need sunlight.
Now then, allow me. He then kind of just cracks his knuckles, just really loudly, and then just punches the basically this support beam right here where the tapestry is. And with this punch, it ends up kind of shaking the foundation as that wall where the tapestry was sinks. And from there is a long hallway with multiple rooms. And each room except all the rooms except for one have no windows. There's one with a window, and then all the rest of them have skylights.
Oh.
Wouldn't the sun come in through the skylight?
Drown us. I don't like the fact that there's no windows besides the one in the ceiling.
No, if they have skylights, that's the way I can get the sun either way. I don't need a window.
Nah, you need it from the window, not the skylight. Come on, man.
What the
you know, the angle of sun comes up in the morning. You
Yeah,
look like
yeah.
in a skylight. And...
Yeah. What the fuck? I love it.
I'm gonna look towards the bartenders. Like, have you got anywhere with any of these rooms got writing desk in them? I like to work before bed.
All of them have a writing desk on them. Now,
Excellent. I just go to the closest available door and just like, right, this is the one I'm going in.
all right, you do that. And then as you walk away, he proceeds to tell the group, all of y'all have 3 nights stay here. It's not 3 continuous days, but everyone gets 3 nights on the house. Whenever you need sleep, you come here.
I understand. Thank you so much.
No problem. Friend of Vector, friend of mine.
For some reason, I don't trust this guy.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I
I
don't.
do not trust him.
I don't. The fact that he broke the wall down to show this room is kind of like,
Yeah.
yo, you can trap us in here if you really wanted
As
to.
this is happening, Vector's gonna not Vector, fucking that's the other guy. And Sentry's gonna shout out the door. I'll tell Vector that you helped out. Don't worry.
Good.
W.
Now, and don't worry about any intrusions. No one except me knows that you are here. And besides, whatever stays in Speakeasy, stays in Speakeasy. And if you want extra security, do not worry. Only those who truly want to see Speakeasy will know that it exists.
Right. Okay.
It's like the room of requirements.
I love it.
Yeah.
How did I find this place? I didn't really care about coming here.
You followed someone that wanted
That
to...
makes sense. Yep, that
Yeah.
No, that tracks. That tracks.
Now, I do...
Outside while this happens, by the way, I'm not even there.
Now, I hope everyone has a good night's rest. As he goes on to about his day to kind of clean up the place and make everything look a little bit more justifiable looking.
It's justifiable. Listen, I'm leaving. I'm not staying in a place where the bartender makes things look justifiable.
Damn. Okay, well, I'll take a room then, I guess.
Yeah, I will be, obviously.
I'll
Alright.
look towards the party. Like, right. Here's the thing. I don't need a room. I just need a desk. I don't need to lie down and sleep. Also, actually, no. Never mind. And it just goes back to sitting on the desk and taking notes.
Alright, you are going to be taking notes, Aria. You will be taking a long rest.
Yeah, that's cool. And during it, they're going to start working on just a couple of blueprints for the infusions that I'll get at 2nd level.
Yes.
So
Wait,
just things
Wolf.
that I'm guaranteed at 2nd level, just to make it thematically make sense. He's working on blueprints to create these infusions, basically.
Okay.
But I already went outside to look for water.
Yes,
so...
I know. We're getting to you.
Okay, I was just
No,
saying, like, I'm not
no,
doing a long rest.
Yes, I know. We are getting to you. We are getting to them first before we walk off.
Okay.
Alright.
I will be talking to. I'll be sending messages to my creator,
Okay.
to my mistress.
Okay. And does that mean that you'll be taking a long rest as well? Or this is what?
Basically, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it's not, technically this isn't a long rest. I don't need to sleep so much as I just need to. Well, not really anything. I need to be in the sun for at least 2 hours. So I'll be waiting until the sun rises, sitting there for 2 hours, and then going about my day.
T-pose. She's gonna T-pose in front of the sunlight.
But for you, speaking to your creator is your long rest.
Basically, yeah. I'll be reporting or talking about everything that I learned today.
Which you have a lot.
Yes.
Specifically about ham sandwiches. Alright. Gideon and or Dobby, What are y'all doing?
So
I'm
I
gonna
will
be
not
taking a
be
rest.
taking a long rest. Not here, no. I guess like I will like take naps if that's possible. Like I don't want to like fall asleep fully. I'll just be like sitting on the bed, one eye open.
So, I will still count it as a long rest, because
Okay.
you are still repeatedly, like sleeping, but you are taking a watchful sleep.
Yeah.
But regardless, I will still count that as a long rest.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Nice, nice.
And what is Dobby doing?
He's gonna go take a long rest after the eventful day he had.
Okay, everyone has taken a long rest except for Cove. Cove, we shall be taking a look back at our trusty map. If I can remember which one.
It's the map. It's the map. It's the map.
It's the map. It's the map. You will be going as you continue walking along the roads and streets of Hearthaven. You find in Warder's Green, you stumble across it. Around this time, no one is necessarily in Warder's Green except for a couple doctors with their patients. Kind of just walking around doing physical therapy stuff, things like that. And near the end of Warder's Green, near the castle of Leoval, you find a body of water that has like life into it, as far as ducks and geese and things of that nature. Kind of now hunting for dinner, sort of say. They're sticking their heads under and grabbing fish and things like that.
Yeah.
And this amount of water would be adequate for you to talk to your goddess.
Okay, so I just like go in and swim to the bottom.
And as you swim to the bottom, you see, and you see kind of like a blue glowing light, and you kind of face it, and you gently pick it up. And as you pick it up, you close your eyes, and with this, you have been granted a telepathic communication with your goddess.
Cool. So I wanna ask her, like, if I can trust what the cat had to say, and if this is the path that I should follow in my journey.
She replies, "The cat is one of many gods and goddesses' messengers. You will be safe in their hands. Fail to do so, or put their life in any danger, messages will cease, and war will be unraveled."
War? What kind of war?
Both religious on all fronts, heaven and hell, if the cat ceases to exist.
Damn.
Bit skeptical about the cat still. But I guess because Shantara told me that this is the way I should go, that I will follow it anyway. But I'll stay like cautious.
Stay true to your path, Cove. and have a little faith. And then gently, as the light slowly dims and fades into nothingness once more. And you open your eyes and you see the deep blue sea, what makes you feel at home.
Yeah, I want to sleep underwater.
And thus, you have your long rest. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of session 0 of Curse of All Vale.
Woo! Yeah! W!
Thank you very much for the session. I'm sorry I made it awkward and with some of the jokes and stuff I was making, but you're new to DMing. You got to get used to this sort of thing quick.
Oh, I know.
Um,
Damn, that was crazy.
yeah. So, would anyone have just a quick note, just so that I can send a little bit of information to those to if anyone did? Did anyone decide to share a room with Sentry?
I did, I think. Yeah, because you don't need a bed anyway, so.
No, I don't. I just need a desk to continue working at.
Yeah. I would.
Okay, and you were also, you said you were on and off sleep all night, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would notice that for about 6 hours of the night, they spent it completely inert.
Uh-huh.
No movement, no nothing, not a sound, not anything. They just powered off, and they only seemed to needed to power off for 6 hours. But then as soon as the lights came back on, they were straight back into their notes and just writing, configuring, and mumbling to themselves a little bit louder than they'd originally thought.
Maybe we can go into our DMs when you're streaming when you're sharing your screen.
What?
I was just watching his screen, so I saw him go into our DMs. Maybe be careful.
Oh.
Also, DM thing, this is for the DM. There are going to be other things that I do want to eventually work on as an artificer. I will talk to you in private messages about them at some point, and we'll work out how they'd work in your version of the world.
Oh yeah, definitely. But how did y'all enjoy session 0?
Hey, it went well. Congratulations.
That was fun.
Man, you did so many voices as well.
Yeah.
Like, so many.
I'm enjoying this a lot already.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
pretty
great.
great.
Wait, what the fuck? Why do I have a document named Your Mom? Oh wait, this is the Cadaver Collector character sheet. Why the fuck? Alright, before we all leave and sign off, there are a couple things that I want to give to y'all. Firstly, because we have all been, everyone has been to Heart. You don't need to launch Tailspire again, Alex.
Okay.
This is
Thank you.
all just for our Discord. I put in all Vale announcements a copy of Hearthaven for everyone to look at.
Oh, nice.
Everyone already has access to the world map of all Vale as well. So, which that's also in the announcements, the very first announcements, which I will be sure to pin that so that way everyone can look at that whenever they feel like it. And last but not least, there will be no other maps given out as of yet. Oh wait, excuse me. Take that back. Kelly, I will be DMing you a copy of the map of Lonus because you have been there.
And the world map that I bought.
Everyone already has access to the world map.
Oh, okay.
It's in all Vale announcements. That's what I was saying.
It's just you now technically have one on your person.
Yes.
You're just gonna be leaning over her shoulder like, where we going?
But but everyone has a copy of Hearthaven map, or at least I have given y'all a doc of Hearthaven, so that way everyone can view that whenever you feel like it, as well as everyone still once again has an access to the All Vale world map, so that way you at least have a general sense of world building as far as where you are in relation to the world around.
I love that I know all of like 400 meters of this world. At this point,
That's it.
that is it.
But yeah, I'm glad that y'all enjoyed it, and thank you all for coming in and joining us. And I will say this, we will have one final person come into the fold eventually. We still need to work them in, but we will have one final person join us into the fold to make this a full party of 6.
Oh damn!
Oh,
That's a
nice.
big
I will
party.
definitely
That's a
help you
big party.
with encounter building on that one. Don't worry. Also, quick thing for you. Why you gotta do my boy fucking Rokian dirty like that
Who?
at the start of the game? Why did you have to do? Why do you have to do my boy dirty? Well, why you gotta do him dirty like that?
For shits and giggles.
That's all I'm going to say to that. I will save the big reveal on that one for a later date for the rest of the party. But why you got to do my boy dirty?
Yeah, okay.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah,
You
me
got to get in the
too.
better of me. Now I want to know. Low key.
All you guys know is that I'm from Gracefell and I was created in the. Like all I know is what you guys technically is that I was from Gracefell. I was created in the academy and I was kicked out.
All right.
They're gonna create you and then kick you out, still disbanding you. It make no sense.
Well, thank you all once again
There's
for
other bits of
joining me.
backstory that explain why I was kicked out and not destroyed.
No, thank you, Wolf.
Of
For being
course.
you for the
Yes, no, thank you very much for the session, dude. It was amazing. And if you need any advice, obviously, drop me a message if you need any help with anything between now and next session. Let me know. I ain't going to metagame it. Why I'm playing a low charisma character.
I just
the high
need
intelligence is literally just for spells.
I just need a new throat. That is it. But thank you all for joining me once again today, and I shall see you all next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. All you need to do to help with the throat, hot water, bit of honey, bit of lemon.
Well, if you're gonna get a new throat, can I at least use this one? All right, I had to get that out of there. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Nice.
No. All right. I will see y'all next week.
Bye guys. Pleasure to meet you all.
Adios.